Welcome back to the Talltale Tavern, the monthly one-shot adventure TTRPG podcast that also does campaigns. I am your tavern master and host, Kyle, and we are back for Chapter 7 of Expedition Untold. Joining me at the bar tonight, she doesn't know much, but she knows for sure. Bump, bump, Tannenbaum's gotta die. Nah, 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 goodbye, Tannenbaum. It's Becca, the birthday girl, Becca. Welcome back, Becca.
Thank you. I can think of no better way than to celebrate my birthday than hopefully a lot of crits. So
what was that song? I don't know that song.
I had to look it up because
Earl.
I've never heard this song. Goodbye, Earl by the Chicks.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got
How
real
did you
good.
choose that?
It was perfect.
Well, great. I had to look it up and watch the music video, which is a great music video.
You had a great time then,
actually.
because it's fabulous.
It's excellent.
I've never heard this song, but you're now the third person I've heard sing it like in a karaoke type setting. Because Celia's done it, and at the Christmas party we were at recently, somebody sang it like when we were leaving. It might have been you, Brooke, for all I know.
It certainly was.
Well, yeah,
me.
Brooke and I were talking about it. Yeah, and we started singing it because I started singing it last episode too. It's been in my head for the last 3 weeks since we recorded.
All right.
I was only like 50% sure I was going to get the melody right there because I've heard the song now 5 times before this records, and I was trying to remember the melody.
I did want to give you extra homework on top of DMing this entire campaign.
You can sight read, so she just sent you the sheet music, and you just sang along.
Right? Yes, exactly.
That's what I do every time I create these hellish songs for him to sing.
But as is now law in the tavern because of this episode, recording on this date, if we play on your birthday, you get inspiration on your birthday. Yeah. So I know you definitely need inspiration because you roll so poorly.
I do.
So this is going to be a major boon for you. But only valid for today. So you better use it.
Okay.
Also, joining us here at the bar, I'm proud to announce that I've just finished buying him and I both VIP tickets to the Cruiseville Smallville fan cruise experience, Scott Esmond.
I'm so excited for us to get to experience a night of comedy from Michael Rosenbaum and Tom Welling as advertised on the poster.
One of the nurses in the office told me about this today, and she's like, "Hey, you've watched Smallville before?" I was like, "Yes." And she was like, "There's a cruise that's a Smallville cruise where they're all going to be there," and I can't believe that's a thing. So I'm happy to announce that as well. We just have to go on this cruise.
I can't believe it's a thing and people are talking about it.
And now you are Bones. Now you're talking about it.
Yeah,
just being at work, like, have you heard of Smallville?
Around the water
You
cooler.
won't believe this cruise.
Well, she saw Kyle's massive Smallville tattoo on his back that just is the word Smallville, like in really ornate print.
Smallville, and then just another tattoo that's just like, I'd love to go on a boat. Yes. don't know how.
So I just have to convince my wife that we don't take our 10-year anniversary trip, and instead I go on this cruise with you, Scott. Mm-hmm. So I think that I can make
BGBG's probably 10 years old. I think we've been friends longer than you and Carrie have been together, so it's only fair.
It is true. It is only fair. Also joining us at the bar, recovering chokewire kid, current school psychologist, and aspiring magical girl, it's Brooke.
Thank you. Where'd you get that helium machine?
Oh, yeah. I keep it under the desk at all times.
Yeah, just in case.
Just in case I need to do a helium voice like that.
There's a shortage now.
Helium.
Yeah, stop being so wasteful.
Also here, a man who says it's not about the amount of vials, it's about the amount of friends we made along the way. Swain, welcome back, Swain. That is touching. So,
how many vials is there?
10 vials?
Still 10.
10 vials.
10 vials, everybody.
And 10 friends.
Also joining us, Levi Rook's worst nightmare, Charlie. Welcome, Charlie.
Valley Jack has warmed up on Levi, but if Levi shows up to Chicago 2024, I'm going to hit him with my Prius.
And finally joining us, last but not least, he might be a villain, but at least he's not a CEO, Bones.
Happy to be here. Happy to be alive.
Well, on that note, let's reopen the book, turn to chapter 7, and continue the story of Expedition Untold. Roll the intro.
Previously on Expedition Untold. Okay, so we were headed through the Calabasas crevasse, headed to Constance to get Levi Rook on the 2:59 train to Paradise. But then, our party was confronted by a group of kobolds who demanded we give them all our water. And the stupid marshal screwed everything up. I hate them. Not only does Tannenbaum brag about killing goblins like they aren't even people, but his stupid ego summoned a huge cactus dragon and caused my friends to get hurt. The dragon was super strong. One time it used its steam breath and knocked Namby out, and the oddest thing happened. Amtiro felt something activate inside him, and suddenly he teleported out of harm's way. Later, he found an autumn-colored leaf stuck to his clothing. I wonder what that was about. When the dust settled, we made a deal with Rook that if he cooperated and got on the train, he could decide where one of the vaccines went. Rook has a son, and his son is sick. I know he did bad stuff, but what is his deal? He escapes everything, isn't affected by desiccation, and doesn't sleep? He says we're odd, but he's the weird one. The red corruption may be affecting this world more than we thought. Not only is there the crimson cough to worry about, but evidently Ella now has a red gun she talks to, and her personality changed a bunch after she got it. If I'm honest, I'm pretty scared, but I'm really lucky to have my friends here with me. I've never had friends before. Really nice. Well, here we go again, I guess.
You all wake up on the western frontier at dawn. Quickly pack up and head west toward Constance. It's a long day of travel. On the way, you see various sights. A massive herd of around 1,000 bison-like creatures in a migration pattern, beautiful golden plains that extend to the horizon, and scattered buttes and cliffsides. At one point, the wind picks up and there's a drizzle of rain, but no severe storm. During your travel that day, there are two asides that occur. First, Marshal Buckworth rides up next to Valley Jack and Crum. Sheriff, Deputy, if I could have
It's
a
actually
moment.
Assistant Sheriff.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Sheriff and Assistant Sheriff could I have a word.
Go for it, Marshal.
It's, well, there's something you two ought to be aware of about Paradise. And at this point, you two are kind of, you two are with him along the trail as you guys are on your caravan, but kind of separate from everybody else. From the report that Marshal Tannenbaum and I got, the Crimson Cough has been pervasive. And there are many children affected in the town, more children than there are doses in those vials. Now, some of the affected children, there are quite a few in some of the more influential houses and estates. Future lawmen, future doctors, future good members of society. Now, when we arrive with those vaccines, we're going to be seen as heroes to these families and to these children. But 9 vials ain't 10. And there are at least 10 families I know of that would benefit greatly from one of them vials.
Well, we made a promise. And no one got to know there was 10.
Well, some of these families made a big push for an expedited dose of the vaccine to be created in an expedited
How much are they paying you?
No, they're not paying me any more than what would be a reward for bringing a dose to save the family. And rewards like that, they can help boost your own status, help boost, maybe help out some people back home in Violet Creek, maybe help a lot of people. And so 9 vials ain't 10, and as much as you would want to make friends with some of these people, you probably don't want any of them as your enemy. And don't it make some sense, to give the doses to the kids more likely to grow up to be good members of society versus the kids who might grow up to be something else, or maybe kids who might just get the flu this winter and perish from that? What would be the worth of...
You're already discounting these kids based off of how they're growing up, their money. I don't want no part of that discrimination.
Hell, one of these rich families, their kid unfortunately dies of the crimson cough. They got all these resources sitting around, and there's a kid down the street who lives. Maybe they should help out those kids. If you're worried about making an enemy here, Buckworth, yeah, sure. I'm worried as much about the governor's kid and the senator's kid as anybody else. But we've been telling a lot of these families that they're not worth shit. That's gonna make an enemy. That's gonna make a proper enemy. I don't know what the best way to distribute these vials is. I don't know if the highest bidder is where we want to go.
No matter what, someone's going to be upset.
Rich families are out there. Poor families, their vote counts just as much. And they're looking at the new administration, thinking about who's running the marshals next year.
Seems like you two are aware of the situation. And he trots off on his horse.
Bones' intro incredibly appropriate.
Right? I was thinking that too. I was like, Bones. You knew.
Topical.
The second aside that happens, Corlin Highland rides up to Namby, Amtiro, and Hugh. This is old man Corlin Highland. You all been noticing something different about Rook?
Different how? We didn't really know him before.
He is certainly a strange man, of course, but I can't say that any of us are all that normal.
I don't know. He escaped Deep Stone Prison once. That place is a hellhole. A portal. Straight to the 9 hells, they say. Only the worst get put in. Because when you go in for life. Nobody makes it out alive. I mean, for God's sake, Valley Jack helped build it. Have you ever seen that man build something faulty?
I've only ever seen him build a wheel. It was a really good wheel.
Well, remember we sat at that bar, Namby? I think he built that too, and that was pretty solid, but...
Oh yeah, but I didn't see him do that.
That's true.
I don't know. He don't seem natural. Well, whatever is in that prison, Rook deserves it and more. I had a few good friends on that caravan escorting the vaccine, and they wasn't the first of mine friends he'd killed. And he kind of backs up on his horse, and the caravan continues. After a long day, you all finally make it to the town of Constance. It is similar in size to Violet Creek, albeit a little bigger as it does support a small train station. And you arrive into town and are welcomed by the by some of the town folk, and you settle down for the night in the Horseshoe Inn. You all keep a careful eye on the marshals, and the marshals keep a careful eye over Rook. And you settle down that night in the Horseshoe Inn. Morning comes, and you all grab a quiet meal downstairs for breakfast. The air is tense and awkward as you all anxiously await the train to arrive at 2:59 p.m. The morning progresses. As you wait, anything specific your characters do?
I feel like I'm gonna pull Valley Jack aside and be like, I don't feel right about that conversation we had yesterday.
I don't either, Crum. It's been bothering me.
We might have to get our hands dirty again.
I see what you're saying. You know, I'm worried, right? Like, we got to make sure we have the vials, and the vials get to the people who need them.
Of course.
And if the marshals are going to stop us, well, wouldn't be the first corrupt lawman
Won't be the last.
we put down.
Well, got my hand on my gun, so to say.
Yeah. Keep an eye. We got to keep an eye on them. Keep a track of how many vials there are. And
I think there's 10, right?
if anyone can get them if they're trying to run, I trust you can get a shot or few off at them.
Oh, definitely.
But I think it's probably worth it too, right? We bring in the strangers on this too.
Yeah.
They've been helping us out, and they deserve to know as much as anyone else. They hate those marshals more than we do.
Yeah, they've been a great help. I think we do our best to pull them aside one by one.
Yeah.
Let them know.
I say to Hugh and Namby, what do you think that they're talking about over there?
How far away are them? Can I hear them? I have really good perception.
That's a good point.
So yeah, Valley Jack and Crum, I think, include all of you, you three, in on this discussion. Sounds like maybe one by one. Any of you have a reaction or something that you would say back to Valley Jack or Crum about this?
Of course, I trust your judgment on these marshals. You would know them better than I would, and if they would do anything nefarious or try to put the tall above the little, I could not stand for that. And then I heat up their porridge with my fire hands. Because they're eating porridge.
I'm eating my overnight oats.
Okay, yes.
Ooh, yeah.
The morning still progresses. Anything else that you guys would do as you wait for the train to arrive?
Yeah, at some point when Corlin and like the marshals are maybe just like at their own table kind of situation, Hugh is going to walk up to the rest of this group, including Rook, and start handing out these little sandwiches. And they're made with hardtack crackers on the outside. And he kind of looks at him, he's like a little sheepish, and he's like, I didn't have much on me except for my rations. So but I remembered the sandwich that River used to make me when Mom and Dad had to work late. We were both kind of scared of the stove. So she was really good at crushing. So she crushed a bunch of nuts and berries and then spread it on bread and kind of made this like odd sandwich with it, but it kind of worked. And then he holds it out like to each of you in turn, and we would recognize them as like tiny little peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Somehow crustable.
Yeah, very crustable. yeah, hands it out to everyone, and then walks up to Rook and actually like holds out both hands, and there's a sandwich in each. He kind of looks and he looks down at him and goes, I'm not dumb. A lot of people kind of assume that just based off of me. I know you did a lot of bad stuff, and I'm not forgetting that or forgiving it, but he holds him out and he's like, I'm doing this because your son deserves to have a dad who knows what his favorite treat is. And so maybe this will give it a little extra time so that you can learn that, because every kid kind of deserves that. And then looks over at Namby and Mtiro and kind of slightly closes his hands on the treats and goes, but if you do anything to hurt them or do anything that causes them to get hurt, I will kill you. And then holds out the sandwiches.
Rook just sort of waits an appropriate time to show that he's absorbing Hugh's words, and then accepts the sandwiches, puts them in a shirt pocket, keeps them in a spot so they don't get crushed. Hugh,
you all
you're
get 3 temporary hit points. Okay.
I'm so full from breakfast, but I can tell these are going to be delicious, and I just might try it soon. But I can tell that you look out for each other, and that's what a good gang does. So today we're riding together, so to speak. Then I'll look out for y'all and be keeping the 2 of them safe. Don't you worry.
Okay.
Last thing I'd like to say is when I did talk to Valley Jack and Crum, I would have also clued them into the conversation we had with Corlin that it's possible that he might seek vengeance beyond justice, given his feelings toward his men being killed. So we should also keep an eye on him.
Listen, you can only trust a Pinkerton as far as you can throw him, and Borland's been thrown so many times at this point.
But I think you probably throw him pretty far.
He's got all this air resistance. He's all floppy.
Yes, perhaps as far as I could throw him. I'm
very trusting because I can throw you far, but I could throw Namby farther.
Please don't throw Namby.
Okay. The morning progresses and it's noon, and there's a light lunch that you all eat, and the early afternoon starts to creep forward. Time seems to be going slower and slower as it's getting closer and closer to 2:59, and then it's about 2:45, and the marshals walk out and say, well, time we head to the station then. What do you guys do?
You guys should probably eat your sandwiches now. Get energy. It's good protein with the nuts, and you just have to maybe chew a little hard because hardtack, it hurts the teeth a little bit.
Yeah,
I'll be honest
eat
with you,
mine.
Hugh. It is not the most delicious thing I've ever consumed, but none of the food here has been good. Earlier, when I told the unit that her stew was delicious, I was lying.
As someone who mostly eats hardtack, I'm sitting here going like, the oils in this, like the fruit and the nuts it's a little bit softer than normal.
Yeah. You let it sit in your pocket for a while, it gets a little bit softer.
Kyle, before we leave to go get the train, I am going to summon my echo.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh. So yeah, out of the journal, the ink oozes out and just lands with a plop right next to Hugh and forms this mutated monster Bagman.
Oh, good Bagman.
I got the Bagman from Monster Bash. Thanks, Mav.
Huguenot, what is this?
No. When they told the story, it sounded so horrifying. I didn't think it would ever come back up.
Why would you draw it?
It extends upward, and you see its jaw like open and like it's like sucking in darkness through its mouth, and it's just this inky beast standing, this ghoul-like thing standing amongst you now.
Oh, I'm sorry, you guys.
Oh.
I forgot that was in there.
I feel like those are usually more charming.
Yeah.
This is unsettling.
Is this the
Yeah.
crimson, the red monster you guys talk about?
No, I haven't actually drawn a picture of that yet. Maybe I won't draw a picture of that. No, yeah. No, it was a really cool story. Yeah, I'm sorry, you guys.
Is there anything large or smaller that's non-magical in the area that we're in, Kyle?
You're in a tavern. You're in a tavern bar in the saloon underneath the inn. Is where you guys have been hanging out. So there are tables, there are chairs, there's a piano. There
Maybe a barrel.
Yeah, there's a barrel.
Ooh, a piano. No, do the piano.
I think I like the piano. So yeah, to distract us all from the horror of the bag man, Imtiro like pulls out a piece of paper and is like, before they head out the door to give them a rousing theme song, a piano springs to life by the fire gods, and burns a piece of paper and uses his animating performance to bring the piano to life, and it just starts playing a little ragtime tune behind us while we're going.
I love that.
Hopping around.
The innkeeper's like, what the hell, man?
I promise, sir.
I hope he's not upset that this leaves on its own will.
Before we go too far, what did the sandwich make me feel?
Joy. Oh, 3 temporary hit points of joy.
Yeah.
3.
The joy is
Okay.
the important
3.
part, though.
10
Yeah.
vials. 3
7
temporary
less
hit
than
points.
the vials.
Doesn't the bagman teleport? So is it just like unnervingly zipping like from spot to spot around?
It's just going in. It's going into it. Like goes close to you, Hugh, and like goes into one of your pockets on your. I think you're wearing like a vest or something. Part of your leather attire, and then goes in, and then like creeps out of the top of the piano. You know, it just can teleport in and out of like bag-like areas, and so
Those top
Black
areas.
goo
Ugh.
covering the piano. Yeah. The innkeeper is just like, you gotta be kidding me.
What are you doing?
yeah. So you guys all collectively get together and step out of the saloon and head toward the train station. As you guys head out into the open, everybody give me a perception check. Becca?
15.
Bones?
I got a 12, but I'm gonna add my knowledge ability for a 17.
Namby?
23.
And Valley?
Valley's staring straight into this black bag. He's got a 6.
Little distracted.
Mtiro?
7, not much better. I'm watching Valley Jack watch the black bag.
And Crum?
A 6, so I am watching Mtiro watch Valley Jack watch
Excellent.
the bag.
You all step out, and Rook is kind of you're kind of in the middle of everybody as you guys are walking. Some of you are watching each other watch Rook watch the bag man. Others are looking around the town, and it's pretty quiet. There's not a whole lot going on. Namby, you get a pretty good look of everything and see that there's not a whole lot of, suspicious activity going on. And you make your way to the train station. And as you are getting close to this train station, you hear off in the distance the sound of a train engine coming, a steam engine. Heading toward the station, and arrives at the station right on time at 2:59. An old gnome with a white mustache and a conductor's hat steps off the front of the train as it comes to a halt. All aboard, Constance to paradise! And he sees you all. Hello there, officers. Now I got a sending telegram from Marshal Buckworth that we'd be having a prisoner escort on this train. We got y'all set up in the caboose with a very special extra dimensional cell. That your prisoner right there? Without any handcuffs on, or is he just standing there?
Yeah,
That's right.
It's okay. We have an agreement.
Oh, well, it's protocol that prisoners be inside the cell when we transport them. But I'll leave that up to you all. You all are the experts, I guess. We got y'all set up back there in the caboose, and of course, if you make your way down there, don't worry about the train fare or nothing. This is official marshal business, so none of you be needing tickets. And of course, I'm conductor Slippery Giggle, and this here my assistant conductor Mittens. And you see this short, squat tabaxi kind of like waving from the train, and he directs you. All right, head on back to the back there, and you walk back and open the side of the train door. And you see the back, there's some chairs. It looks like this area was for storage, but there is a big kind of just iron cell in this back of the train. And Marshal Buckworth climbs up in and says, all right, we getting in?
Yeah.
I suppose so.
Piano gonna fit?
Yeah, the piano transforms to be more humanoid. It's two of the legs form into legs, two of them turn into arms, and the keys.
This is another bag, man.
The keys like move to the front of the face to make like a smile out of the piano keys on the body of it, and then two of the black keys make eyebrows to.
Oh my God!
Actually backs out of the train.
Just picturing like all of us boarding by the conductor one by one, and it's like Valley Jack towering over this gnome, Crum the Psycho, a bag of goo, a piano, and then infamous outlaw Levi Rook just tipping his hat like, hello.
The most normal of all.
I get on. Pleasure to meet you, Slippery Giggle and Mittens. I am Antiro Berstero. This is Huguenot Rockbridge, and this is Namby Pambleton.
Hello.
We look forward to doing business on your train.
Welcome aboard. We got about a few hour trip over to Paradise. Enjoy the view. It'll be a nice ride. This is a passenger train. If you'd like to explore the rest of the train, you're welcome to. But for the most part, I'd suggest probably sticking around your prisoner there, so there's no trouble on this train for the other folk.
Of course, Slippery Giggle. And just how has your course been fair recently? Have you been running into trouble on the track or recently or anything like that, or no reason to be particularly worried? We're the scariest thing in your day.
No, you notice anything there, Assistant Conductor Mittens? And he shakes his head. No, we've been pretty good. Yeah, we haven't really run into much trouble. We're running right on time. We tend to keep a tight ship up on this train and keep to our schedule pretty good.
All right, we won't hold you up anymore.
Yeah. How do you keep an eye out for potential trouble? Just curious.
Oh, just with their eyeballs.
Oh, okay. Sounds like a great plan. Okay.
All right, well, we gotta, like I said, we keep a tight ship, so we're gonna get these rest of these passengers up, and you make yourselves at home back here, and we'll drop you off Paradise right on time. And he heads out, and you guys pile into the back of this train as the rest of the passengers board the train. Eventually, pretty quickly, maybe 10 or so minutes, you hear the front of the train blow its whistle, and the train starts to move forward, and you start to head out of the small town of Constance on the road.
I would ask
on the railroad.
My group after the wonderful conductor and assistant conductor Mittens left. Do you think I have that clairvoyance spell. Do you think I should cast that outside the train and keep an eye out at some point? I mean, it doesn't last super long. It only lasts 10 minutes, but I just feel worried that he said they're using eyeballs. Keep an eye out.
Is it able to move along with the train?
Yeah, I can cast it on a location, so I assume that would include a train. I've never tried it before, though. I've only ever done stationary.
Momentum? Does it have, does it have
if you're on the
relativity?
train.
How does this work? What's its relative motion?
It'll be relative motion, right? Like it's not like
it just gets lost in space immediately as the Earth spins.
I mean, it's not that helpful.
Do the planets in D&D move, or do they have some weird bullshit where they don't? I can't remember. I feel like I've actually read
You
that.
get the planes that kind of
exist.
I think some of them do,
shows.
some of them don't.
Since it's only 10 minutes, it's not really that helpful, but I guess maybe if we hear something, I could use it. I don't know.
I think that's a great idea. If we hear somebody coming, we'll know for trouble ahead of time. I wish I had as much forethought as you. Our piano friend, I don't think, is going to last until the end of the trip, but we'll have some lovely music for a little bit.
I'm so
got on
glad
this
we
train.
stole this man's piano.
I thought this was going to be a lot harder.
As did I. I anticipated much more resistance to getting onto the train. For some reason, it reminds me of a different story I've heard once, and I thought maybe there would be.
Buckworth's like, now why would you think that? You think this adventure was going to end at the train?
Is there any kind of window that gives me like a good visual field?
Yep, there's the train door I referenced wasn't like this huge train door. It was it was kind of a double door for this like storage area of the train. But there are windows carved out or cut out in along the train, and you looked along the train, you could see windows like the entire length of it. And so you have a very clear view of the outside of the train. So you can see the terrain as it passes as you head out of Constance and through the western frontier.
Now, this isn't something Mtira's trying to do, but I just want to know, out of curiosity, do you guys think if I went to the front of the train and cast Burning Hands into, like, the furnace, I could speed up the train by eating it more?
It might be worth a try. We'll see what happens as we go.
If there's any more stops between here and there,
Just blow through them.
we don't want to get there too soon
That's
because
fair.
it'll mess up ticketing.
Yeah, mess up the whole
And they'll
schedule.
just wait. And
And it's a
it'll
mark
be
of pride for them, so.
That's a good point. I wouldn't want to throw off anyone's schedule.
Should we have paid attention to the other people getting on the train?
No.
I feel like, I mean, wouldn't the easiest thing have been just to like walk on the train in a different car and then come back here?
I don't know. I think they might want to do like a whole show of force or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
What do you think, Levi Rook?
Rook has just been like looking out the windows and a little more head on a swivel than everyone else. And I think while he's not jumpy, he's not like anxious or anything like that. I think he's just a little more alert and tuning out this fucking piano in his to his right. Just
What is the deal with this extra dimensional cell?
Yeah.
Yeah, can we come in and out of it at will? Like, yeah.
We send Bagman in? Please.
You would so Yuvali and Crum, you guys would know that these types of cells actually exist, and handcuffs like this exist, where it is something where you couldn't be able to like use magical means to get out of the cell. So when like teleporting doesn't work, things like that. And so it is a more formidable cell for someone who maybe has those types of abilities, which is not super common. You know, you don't have those types of tools in Violet Creek. It's why you didn't have those types of handcuffs for Levi Rook. But But this is, as this endeavor's been in motion, this was a planned thing for transport of a prisoner, so they have that cell on the train available. So not terribly surprising, but it is a fancy piece of equipment that you don't usually see.
Okay. So if we did put Rook in it, he probably wouldn't be able to get out as easily as he always gets out.
We don't even know how he's been getting out. Like, I mean, I don't know. It seems like he's almost like Jello.
I mean, the man escaped an inescapable prison to the pits of hell. I don't know how much confidence I have in this.
As the train continues on through the frontier, it's a nice ride. You know, you go for a while. Things quiet down as everybody's a little bit anxious, you know, as you're moving toward paradise. And then suddenly there's a rap on the car door, and assistant conductor Mittens walks in. I have a package here that found its way to the steam engine up front somehow. It's addressed to you, Valley. And he hands you this brown package.
To walk back into the car in front of our car with this package and not open it in the caboose.
Do you want me to have the piano open it for you?
Or Bagman?
Or Bagman?
Bagman can open it. Let's have Bagman.
No, let's have Bagman.
Let's
have Bagman.
Bagman, eat it. If it's a bomb, just swallow it.
Bagman preferred second piano, but Bagman preferred.
Valley's holding this thing, holds it up to his ear real quick. It just goes like, in the car in front of us, is it just like,
you look in the car in front of you, and it is a these look like personal rooms, like small personal. They have a door on them as you walk, as you would walk through the aisle. The train is like 15 feet wide, so there's like a 5-foot aisle that goes through the middle, and there's like one space on either side. It's 15 feet wide. But you see, these are like some like personal, you know, higher priced. You know, you get your own little spot on the own little cubby, I guess, or not cubby. I don't know what you call it.
Could Bagman go on like the roof or something?
Bagman can do whatever Bagman wants to do.
Okay, so Bagman goes in the corner and Piano boxes him into the corner as he opens it to create cover in case it blows up.
Or like, are any of those little like the private cabins, are they any unoccupied?
The doors are closed, and they have a curtain on them.
I don't hate the roof idea because the piano can fly too. If the Bagman can go up there,
Bagman can move in any direction, so it
as long as he's within like 30 feet of you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys can just like hover like 30 feet in the air behind the train.
Oh, well, actually, yeah. Any direction, yeah.
Every 6 seconds you can move it, right? How fast are we moving?
If I choose to.
Just have him pop up on the roof with it, right?
Yeah.
So Bagman,
but way toward the back of the train.
Bagman takes the package and goes and you direct him. The window's open, and he's able to slink out and fairly easily climb up to the roof from the window. Looks like that would be a way you could get up from any window. And you get up. He gets up on the top of the train, and you don't really know what happens up there, right? Necessarily, because you don't see through your echo.
We could tell from the music.
Piano, go up there. Play a bad song if something bad happens.
Phantom of the
This
Opera.
is how we use clairvoyance.
So he leaves at the top, and then kind of like after a few seconds, like comes back down, and the bag's open, and he's like holding it out, and it's a box, and you can hold it out, and there's a stuffed coyote ear inside. And he kind of walks in and climbs in and steps down, and in the middle of you guys, this bagman's holding this open box with this kind of taxidermied coyote ear, and then you hear a voice from it. A voice that you recognize, Valley and Crum and Rook. Well, hi there, Valley. It's been a long time. How you been? That's the voice of Ella McCoy that you hear.
McCoy.
Throw it out the window.
Heard things with you are going a little strange.
Yeah, she's turned into a coyote here.
Made some new friends. Had us kill all your old ones before.
Well, that's true.
Need us to kill your gun for you?
Oh, no. You may be, we may talk here. You may become a little acquainted with this here new sidearm I have. But right now, I'm just enjoying this nice here train ride through the beautiful landscape.
You on this train here, Ella?
Sure am, Valley. Hey, you're in the business of saving people. I've got an opportunity for you if it piques your interest. See, I got this whole train of people that are about to cross over the Great River Canyon. Problem is, someone has put a whole mess of dynamite right smack dab in the middle of that bridge. Now, Valley, I'm gonna trigger that dynamite when we get close, unless you do two simple things. First, hand over that double-crossing bastard Levi Rook. You and I both know he's deserving of punishment, and I'll make sure he gets it. And number two, of course, I'll be needing that case of vaccines. You do those two things, and we'll have a nice ride all the way to paradise. Those are the terms. What will it be, Sheriff?
I look to Crum. I look to Levi. There's a lot of people on this here train, Ella. Who's to say you'll keep your word? Never known you to keep a word before.
I guess that's up to you if you want to trust me.
So the dynamite's on this bridge up ahead of us. Supposedly.
Brooke, what does clairvoyance do? Can you find someone with it?
No, it has to be a familiar location type thing. So I mean, I assume I'm familiar with the outside of the train at this point. I don't know how much of the inside of the train I'm familiar with.
Do we know how far away we are from this bridge?
I've ridden this train before. I might know
You look out the window and see that the canyon is starting to come into view.
Oh
You're
boy.
moving alongside it, and the train is moving quickly. What will it be, Sheriff? Time's a ticking.
I look to Crum and go put my hand over the ear real quick and just say hey, easier face to face. Let's meet, Ella.
Come on, get on back here.
All right. Well, if you just want to meet me up at the front, and then Marshal Tannenbaum steps in and yells, "We don't negotiate with terrorists, Ella. This
shove
ain't
him in the cell?
happening. We're not giving you shit."
Will you shut the fuck up?
Shove him in the cell!
And Ella says, "Well, that's unfortunate then. Dynamite it is." And the train starts to pick up speed. You look out the window.
Burning hands.
Burning hands.
The train starts to pick up speed. You look out the window and see the massive canyon growing wider and wider, and a large bridge approaching quickly. You realize the bridge is not far away at all, and you all have to act fast. You have 6 rounds to stop Ella.
Oh my god.
6 rounds before the train meets the bridge and she triggers the dynamite. You are 330 feet away from the front of the train. Everyone roll initiative.
Jesus Christ.
You said 330? Is that what it was?
Yes.
Yeah.
How long has it been since we got on this train? Is my piano still alive?
Your piano can still be alive.
Good, then we get an extra 10 feet of movement speed if we start within its area at least. Valley, use your rail and just stop the train.
Quick, Valley Jack, build a different railroad that veers off to the side.
I was thinking that for a second.
For a second, I thought, could I create a rail with performance of creation and just divert us to different directions?
Anybody take an immovable rod?
God damn it.
Yeah, what do I got? My rope can do something.
So what we'll do is go ahead and give me your initiative rolls For this, I will allow you to swap initiative rolls if you find that beneficial. If that's going to add too much complexity to this, and you just want to roll with our initiatives, that's fine. But I would be okay with with you switching initiatives with each other.
I like it.
Okay.
Can I ask one thing before anyone takes a turn? Just based on how the marshals got all hot-headed again, can I tell how they plan to react to this?
As Marshal Tannenbaum says that, he is gripping his gun looking for a fight. Marshal Tannenbaum or Marshal Buckworth also looks like they intend to search the train, find Ella. That's just immediately it looks like they are gearing up for a fight.
And the two things Ella wanted was, one was 10 vials of the vaccine, and 2 was Levi Rook.
Yep.
Okay.
Your initiative rolls, Crum.
Got a 10.
Namby.
13.
Hugh.
9.
No thanks, I'm good. I don't want that one.
Mtiro.
I got
Take
a
it.
19.
19. Valley Jack.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Rook.
18.
18.
Damn, slowpoke.
Okay.
I know.
Fuck. I have no idea what
So
to do.
talking is a free action, so I'm not going to be limiting anybody's amount of chatter, planning in between characters, in between turns. You look out and see that the canyon is approaching very quickly, and the bridge is approaching very quickly. And like I said, you have 6 turns before you reach there, 6 rounds.
Did Ella say she was at the front of the train, or did she just say she's on the train?
She did not specify.
Ella, where are you on the train? It's okay, you can tell me.
You ask that into the coyote ear, and outside the train you hear,
It's taunting.
So, someone throw this ear out the window.
Wait, can I cast Dissonant Whispers into the ear?
Well, can it hear?
Oh.
I think so.
Maybe.
So there's a few different roles for initiative. The order is Valley Jack, Mtiro, Rook, Namby, Crum, and Hugh. Does anybody want to swap initiatives? Do you want to try and change those or change that around where you switch with anybody?
I don't think I have anything like time sensitive that I want to get done right away. So if anyone else wants a top initiative.
Does anybody really want Bardic Inspiration that's going to be going after me? Currently, I mean, that's the only reason I would go ahead is I can cast, helping spells on people. So.
Yeah.
I can also do my emboldening bond, which would give 3 of us a d4 to roll on stuff.
Yeah, I'd be happy to let someone go. Like, I'd happy to swap with Mtiro, but I also feel like Valley. I'm happy Valley got a 20 on this one. This feels like a Valley's got to get out there moving type stitch.
I do
Yeah, I'd
think
love to
that
go
makes sense.
first, but I'm not sure if 18, 19, 20 really makes a difference there.
No, I don't think it does.
Maybe just keep it as is then.
Yeah.
I think so, which sucks because I don't know what to do.
I'll go before you.
Swap.
All right, that's fine. Swap with me.
And then you can
Sure.
decide if anything changes.
Yeah,
Or,
sounds good.
or just deal with that question 6 seconds later.
Yeah, perfect. All right, we'll swap.
Okay, who's
Mtiro.
swapping? Mtiro
And
The,
Rook.
the 18 and the 19.
Yes.
you guys. It's like you guys make your way out the door at the same time. It's like after you.
After you, I insist. After you.
All right, fine, I will.
I'm too polite, damn it.
I'm not going to argue with you.
2 conversation things I want to run real quick. Mittens, is there a way to contact Skittlebottom, Slippery Giggle, and hit the brakes on this train? Or do we just got to get up there?
Oh
I
no,
think they're involved.
You think they're involved? Oh, that makes sense.
I mean, they're in the front.
Mittens
It
will
seems
bring
like
us the
that's what she
package.
Or he's been
involved. I
taken
ain't
out.
involved. He's like, no, we don't have any way of signaling. The train's not that big. We just go back and forth.
How long is this train? Again, what'd you say?
330.
330, okay.
330 would be like.
10 vials, 330.
You usually speed up when you go to the bridge. This burst of speed that normal?
No. We go a little bit slower over the bridge. It's a pretty view.
So something weird's going on.
So this ain't right.
And is assistant conductor, is that sort of like a deputy?
I suppose so.
Who is this? Assistant.
It's very different.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Tannenbaum, you did ascending to Slippery Giggle before, right? The sending telegram to tell him about this whole thing?
Yeah, we use a special
service.
device for that. We don't have it's a
Aight.
it's a special send and telegram device we use for that.
Cool.
We don't have that with us.
Tiro,
Yes.
can you make a box full of vials?
Certainly can make something that looks like a box full of vials. All right, I like that. Maybe I shouldn't switch positions after all.
I don't know
Take
if we're
backseats.
in initiative yet. I don't know.
So
That's all the stuff I wanted to say.
We'll start off initiative. Valley Jack, it is your turn, and what would you like to do?
Valley Jack looks at him, Tiro, says that, and then I get 10 extra to my speed this turn because of the
piano. Yeah.
Alright,
The piano tempo starts to pick up. Dun, dun, dun,
you said
dun,
it
dun.
seems pretty easy to climb up to the roof.
Yes. And so the way that movement is going to work with this in this train, you'll go through some carts. There's not going to be any difficult terrain in the train. To get to the roof of the train, it takes 5 feet of movement to get to the window if you're standing in the middle, and then it will take you 5 feet of movement to get to the top. It's fairly easy to clamber onto top of this train.
The idea is like in the trains, we don't know what's going to be going on up top of the train. Is it difficult terrain running through the wind, or is it just
It will
life?
It will not be.
Okay? Or does Valley Jack? No, Valley Jack needs to go and let the people know it's safe. He can't just go on top of the train and run through.
Crum's gonna suggest me and you go through the train, trying to find Ella
Yeah.
in the train as we go through.
Alright. Valley's gonna pop open this door into the car with all of the private cells, try to yell into the ear and see if it feeds back at all. Valley Jack definitely knows about that property
Yeah,
of
totally
a
knows about
walkie-talkie.
feedback, Yeah.
I think he's just gonna book it. Start moving down, listening, but if there's nothing in this car, I don't know how far the cars are.
The length of this car is essentially to get out the door to be in the middle of the next car, the middle platform between the carts is 60 feet to get out of this car in front of you.
Okay. I have...
You can move
If I
80,
dump-
right? If you dash and...
If I
If your
dash,
speed increases, does
and
it?
if I double dash, I could go 120. If I action surge for it. So...
Dang.
Private
But I
action
guess I
plan.
could always get 30 feet for the action surge dash, and getting 120 feet away from everybody before y'all go is probably not the move. So I think I will go 40 up, and then dash moving forward, going and keeping my head kind of on a swivel too, listening through the doors, see if I'm seeing signs of Ella's crew, but dash and trying to get into the next car as well.
Okay, great. You start you book it down this train that has all of these compartments on the side, and you dash ahead about 30 feet, and then a door slams open, and this outlaw comes out with this big club in his hand, and you're going to take an opportunity attack from him.
All right.
That is going to be a 11 to hit.
Nope.
And misses. You go another 10 feet, and another door opens up, and another outlaw comes out with another club and tries to hit you for an opportunity attack. And that will be a 23 to hit.
That'll hit me.
And you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage from this club.
4 to me.
And so there are now 2 of these outlaws in this cart, and you can continue forward as you planned, or if you now want to make a different decision.
So the one closest to me, he's in a car. He's near the edge more. Is there a window behind him?
Yes, there is. Yeah, the door opens up into this compartment. You can see him in there, and he swung at you.
All right. Valley Jack is going to take his full size and try to shove the guy out the window.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Great. So give me athletics check, and he's gonna make he's not as dexterous as he is strong.
23?
Yes, he rolled an 11. And so you you see that second attacker come out, and you just take one hand and just push and shove, and he crashes through the window outside of the train. He's gone.
All right. I think if I'm using an action, if I'm attacking, I don't have my full dash anymore, so I will just
So you'd have 40 feet.
Move 40.
40.
Could I try to push the other guy as I passed him too?
Sure. Yeah. If you want to try and shove both of these guys out of the way, absolutely.
20 on the other guy.
20? Oh my gosh. Well, he's gonna try and save on this, and he got a 12. So you all
both of them
are in this caboose, and and Valley Jack heads out the door first and just barrels through the cabin in front of you. A door opens, a guy swings and misses, and Valley just checks him with his shoulder, and the guy flies out, crash out the window, and you can see the body fly out the window and hit the dirt on the side and just go in the back behind the train as it surges forward. Valley just continues rumbling on, and another door opens and just smacks this guy out the other window. And so you've seen Valley just charge forward, and 2 bodies are now in the dirt as he's moved past.
Ella, I don't want to kill any more of your boys. Don't waste our time here.
She does not respond. Anything else for your turn?
I think that's me.
Okay. Rook, you are up.
Rook is gazing out the window at the approaching canyon and begins a low whistle as he activates his gun song. And reaching down towards his holster, his gun seems to sort of meet his hand even a few inches above it. And he spins it, gets a grip, and feels comfortable at home with his gun in his hand. And turns back towards the group. Everyone's just all in the caboose?
Except for Valley. Yeah.
Not me.
Right.
Except for Valley and those 2 fucking guys that are eating dirt right now.
And we don't currently see any other threats from like what we can see down the train besides what the 2 that Valley just cleared, right? They just sort of seem to pop out of hiding spots.
Yes, out of those compartments on the side.
Okay. I'm gonna take a look at the 2 marshals and the Pinkerton. Try to get a read on them again, just to see what they're planning to do here.
You glance over at Corland, and he's got his hand on kind of like on his gun, and he is kind of staring at you, Rook. You can see that he's just kind of focused on you. I got my eye on you, Rook. You better not make a move.
Rook has that little kind of glare in his eyes again, where something just kind of distracts him, and kind of does the good, bad, and the ugly zoom in eyes on everyone else too, but in a flash is going to draw and fire on Orland and just try to get him out of here.
Okay.
Pork
Go
him in
ahead
the
and-
neck. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I'll take 2 shots at him. Point blank doesn't matter. I've got the sharpshooter feat. And he has not taken his turn yet, so I've got advantage.
Boy.
Someone's about to get whiskeyed.
That's a 30 to hit.
Yeah.
Bones.
Yes, that will hit.
Okay, so that is any creature or any hit on a creature that is Corlin surprised by this, perhaps?
He is, because he has been staring you down. He's not going to be surprised by this.
He's just slow. Okay, 13 piercing.
Slow, not surprised.
Yeah.
Oh, and 13 piercing on the first shot. The second will be a natural 20 for a 32 to hit.
Yeah. Yep.
And that will be 20 damage on the second shot.
You rip 2 shots into Corlin, and he goes down to a knee. He looks very bad, but he is still alive.
I am gonna...
Action surge.
There's only 6 rounds of this, right? We got limited time here.
Yeah.
I'll action surge. Third shot is only a 22 to hit.
You're still trying to kill him. You're not trying to move.
Not yet.
Then Silvery Barb's your third shot.
I counterspell your silvery
All right,
barbs.
use your time. Why kill him?
I take the
Guys,
third
stop
shot.
fighting.
I take the third shot staring at Mtiro like I haven't touched the 3 of you. This guy is personal. You just get it. I'm shooting him without looking at him, staring at you. And that will be 14 piercing on the third, and the fourth shot is another 32 with a nat 20.
How do you kill Corlin?
With a gun.
It seems like that's what it is.
Execution style. Goodness.
Oof.
I fan the hammer on the first 3 and staring at Mtiro, just fully extend my arm and pull the final trigger to finish him. And make it real clear that you don't want to mess with me. And then I'm gonna move 50 feet down the train to...
You have 10 feet less movement because you're being an ass.
Okay.
No,
so
I won't
move-
do that. Fuck it. You just don't get 10 extra. All right.
No,
The
10
piano's
extra.
playing.
Okay.
You just
and then
don't
it
gain
goes to like
the
some
movement.
slow.
God damn it. Makes me
It does the
angry.
like boom boom, like stops playing just for a second.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
All right, then I just moved 40 because I've got the boost from my gun song, and I will catch up to Valley
Are you trying to
Jack.
move through the? You're trying
Everyone?
to just move through the caboose at this point.
Yeah.
You're gonna take opportunity attacks from Buckworth and Tannenbaum. They're gonna use their reaction to try and hit you. It's gonna be a 10 on one of them
That'll miss.
and a 13 on the other.
Yeah, that'll miss.
They both swing at you, and you deftly just duck and dip around them as you head out of this.
Before he moves past me, can I say, you better be helping us here? Are you helping us?
I kind of give him the same intense look I gave him Tiro, and I think I'll kind of like aggressively shove Crum off me and just be like, what does the voice in your head tell you? You want to stop this train or what? And then push off of him and keep going. Yeah, I move 40 feet with my speed but no boost, and I'll try to catch up to Valley Jack. I'll go through the train. I'm not going on the roof or anything like that.
Okay. Valley moved 40, and so you're able to catch up right behind him. Fight with him, basically. As Corland expires on the ground, he just coughs out just a bunch of blood. That fucker. And then he dies. Anything else for your turn?
That's it.
Who has the vials?
Allie.
Yeah.
Valley has them on him.
Okay.
Mtiro, you're up.
Cool.
And there's 10.
There are 10 vials.
He switched with Rook.
Now I know I said I could make a box of vials, but technically I can make one item. Is a box of vials one item or 10 items?
We can make the
Well, if you keep
box
them-
at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, you won't be able to make a box filled with 10 vials.
Make a plastic mold that has the appearance of being a box filled with 10
Right,
vials.
because they all have like special slots, so yeah, you could make it look like there were things in the slot that are just not removable anymore.
Yeah, like
Yeah, it's all just one piece.
Yeah.
that's
like a
not what I'm
Barbie.
gonna do on this turn, but I do want to know what color are the vials for future reference if I do something like that.
The red, color of the vials are red.
Okay, so all right, just good to
Red
know for
liquid.
when I create a molded box of red vials.
If you do end up trying to do that, there'll be a roll to see how well you can.
I'm willing to
How many vials?
take that risk. Can I roll insight to gauge from his stare that he is genuinely trying to help us or not? You know what? I don't care.
Rook?
I'm gonna trust my gut that he's a piece of shit, but he is trying to help us. But I look down at Corland and I say, I'm so sorry. And I look up with smoke pouring out of my mouth at Levi Rook and cast Dissonant Whispers on him, which, if he fails the wisdom save, causes him to use his reaction to take his movement as far as he can away from me.
I don't have a reaction.
If he doesn't have a reaction, I can't do it. So, Valley Jack, would you be willing to have Dissonant Whispers cast on you?
Sure.
Get some extra movement.
That's what Mtiro is gonna do, is I guess then to try to bolster Valley Jack's speed in the weirdest way possible. But first I'll use my bonus action to command the piano again to move its full 30 feet so that it's within 10 feet of Valley Jack so that it can bolster his maximum speed back up to 40. And then I will cast
This is
Dissonant
wild.
Whispers on Valley
Nice.
Jack. It's,
The weirdest turn ever.
yeah, I'm so sorry.
Can
to
I elect to fail the whiz save, or do I have to roll?
You can elect to fail saves.
You can elect to fail.
I'll elect to fail, yeah.
You can elect to fail.
All right, great.
And the piano runs down this hallway. Chong, chong, chong.
Yeah. Okay, please don't do a lot of damage dice rolls to Valley Jack. Oh, that's pretty good damage. 9 psychic damage to you as just black smoke tendrils start pouring out of my mouth towards you, and they're like whispering your fear that you won't be able to save everybody on this train to try to bolster you forward. And that's my action and bonus action to command the piano, but I can still do a bardic inspiration with my bonus action when I move the piano, so I also say to Valley Jack, I'm sorry, do not listen to the whispers, but heed their call and give you a bardic inspiration as I do that.
Hell yeah, hell
And
yeah.
I move my full 40 feet of
But is a
movement.
bardic? So do you add a next? Is
When
a
you
bardic
move
a
that,
bonus
when you
action?
use your
Or-
bonus action to control the animated object, it specifically says you can still do a bardic
Oh,
inspiration
nice.
as your
Cool.
bonus
Oh.
action as well with it. So,
Excellent.
yeah, I believe that's my full turn. So I move up to 40 feet with them and get Valley Jack moving another 40 feet forward with his reaction.
Okay, excellent.
The piano can only move 30, so it'll be 10 feet back
Okay.
from me, which means I can't boost the rest of you because you have to be within 10 feet of it, but I needed Valley to get that extra movement, so.
Okay, great. Valley, you tear forward in fear, but you understand what's going on. You're just taking the psychic damage to be able to move faster, and you burst through the door at the end of this car and enter into the next one, and you see this car is a passenger car with 2 seats on either side of the train, and everybody's kind of like ducked down. A lot of the passengers look afraid, and as you enter into this, you see 2 of the outlaws, of the gang members, one on either side of the train, each pointed a gun at you, and you are going to wait. they are pointing the gun at you. It's not been their turn yet, so they do not have a held action yet. So, so you are now standing in the middle of this train with 2 guns pointed at you.
I did not expect you to get there that quickly.
Oh, wow.
And yes, exactly. And that is
Holding the rail.
Tiro,
just like-
your turn. Namby, you're up.
Awesome. Okay. Man, my spells are feeling very not helpful in this situation. I'm gonna. How much movement is it until I hit an enemy?
There's no enemies in this train anymore because Valley Jack checked him outside the.
Oh.
Chucked him outside the train.
Okay.
So it'd be like 80 feet of movement to catch up to Valley Jack where there are enemies with guns.
Yeah, they're specifically you would have to travel 65 feet to enter into the next car.
Which I can do because I could movement, action dash, and then bonus action rabbit hop to avoid opportunity attacks. But how is Valley Jack the only one that's moved like a super significant distance away?
Yeah, he moved really far.
Everyone else is like normal distance, right?
Right. The other Rook and Mentiro are 40 feet away from you.
Is there any way I could get Valley Jack, myself, and Mtiro within 30 feet on either side of me? If I had movement and bonus action, I could get 45 feet and have my action.
Yeah, you'd be within 30 feet exactly of him if you did that.
I do
But-
that.
Yeah, because you can use your rabbit hop, and the text on that says as long as you have more than 0 feet of movement, which tells me that it doesn't count for movement speed. Like you can get an extra, is how I read that.
That's how.
So,
Yeah. Okay. So then I do that, and then I use my Cleric action Emboldening Bond, and I hit Valley Jack, I hit Mtiro, and I hit myself. Because I want to hit Valley because he's like the one moving forward the most. And then I would just want to get whoever else I can get. So we all have a D4 that we can use on one roll within our turn. So it's like Bless, but a little not as good because it's not on everything. It's just on one roll within your turn. And that's my action, I guess. Unless I can just look around and see if I see enemies, but I guess I guess Valley Jack's kind of exposing things as we go, so.
Is that a concentration spell?
It is not. It's like a cleric feature, so it's not technically a spell.
How long does it last?
Great question. Let me look it up. I don't have it written down in my quick notes. 10 minutes.
Cool. So they can do that each time on their turn. That's cool.
Yep, once per turn, D4.
And so that hit Valley Jack, Mtiro, and Levi Rook?
And myself, because I can do myself.
Not. Specifically not Levi.
I was going to cast Sanctuary on Rook. That was my initial plan. And then he killed someone. So I decided not to do that.
He could have just not killed him. He didn't have to do it.
Cool. Anything else?
That's all I can do. Used all my things.
Okay. The marshals are going to move forward and they're going to fire on Rook. He's double crossing us. I knew this would happen. And then they take out their guns and fire. They both have 2 attacks they can make with their handguns. The first one, we have a 19 to hit.
Miss.
Miss on a 19.
Oh, it's gun song.
Oh, gosh.
Gun song, baby.
The second one's a 17.
Weird.
The third one is a 10, and the fourth one is a 16. So they come out, guns ablazing, trying to hit Rook, and fire at you, and just bullets whiz past you, Rook, and you look and kind of dodge out of the way a little bit and flourish a little bit in your gun song as they miss all of their shots.
Your aim truly outshines your intellect. I say to both of them.
They have 30 feet of movement speed, so they're able to make it to the piano, and that's it. That is Marshall's turn, and Crum, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna use my action to dash. So it should give me 30 feet to get to the piano, and then an additional 40 feet from there. So 70 feet. Where does that put me?
And it gets if you start your turn.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think you have to start within 10 feet of the piano. But
I'm going to rules lawyer before Scott can.
I know, I'm sorry. I want to be able to help everybody, but I had to get Valley Jack the furthest.
Move this freaky piano. 60 feet then. How far does that put me?
That gets you out of this cart. You're standing in the middle of the two carts, so you look down and see the railroad traveling beneath the train, and kind of this big massive hook that keeps the carts together. And you are in between, and through the window in front, you see Valley Jack standing there. You can see everything in the forward cart. The two outlaws pointing their guns at him. You would be able to open the door if you had another thing to do. You could do something through the door from your position by opening the door.
I'm gonna use a bonus action to activate the hill rune, and then I'm going to action surge, and I'm going to take a shot at one of these guys.
Okay.
That's a 15 hit.
Yeah, so I'll have you shooting at the kind of closer one on the left side. You said 15 to hit?
Yeah.
Just misses. Looks like it hits his armor and or his leather jacket and cuts a hole in it, but doesn't hit him.
Okay. That's gonna be my turn.
Hugh, you're
Do you
up.
not get 2 attacks, Crum?
No, I have 4 and 4 in my levels.
Oh, okay. And I'm just by myself, right?
Yeah, you are by yourself with the body of Corland on the ground.
The Bagman.
Yeah, the Bagman's there too. Forget about him.
He's
Where are the other two
hyperventilating around a
marshals?
dead body and the Bagman.
The other two marshals are by the piano. They shot at you. They ran up 30 feet and both cracked off at you.
They're within.
Oh,
they're
they
10
moved
feet from you.
Gotcha.
It's going to be kind of useless if I keep hanging back. So I'm going to do basically what Crum did, and I'm going to move and dash action to move 60 feet total so I can get into the doorway of the next car, and then I'm going to fire my blunderbuss. Do I have the geometry of that right, the distances?
Yep. Yeah. So you'll be standing next to Crum on this platform in between the carts.
And that's the coolest place to be on
He's
a train.
holding the door open. At this
Just holding
point,
it open while
ready
I
to
fire.
shoot through.
Like time crisising with the door, opening it and closing it as you shoot through.
Yeah.
Have either of them been hit? No, right? Yet the other 2 bad guys that are in the room?
Yep. They have not been hit yet.
Okay, I'll just go with the one that Crum fired at. I'll take 2 blunderbuss hits. And this is the first time I'm going to roll without any levels of exhaustion for my attacks.
Woohoo!
Easy math. Okay, so that's going to be a 17 to hit and then a 23 to hit.
Both hit.
That'll be 13 piercing total.
You fire 2 shots into the outlaw on the left of the train, and as you guys are firing your weapons, you hear the people in the train, shriek and duck lower. They're starting to get used to it after 3 shots that this is going to be a thing, and you see a lot of them are ducking even lower into their seats and trying to get flat with the floor. Anything else for your turn?
Oh, how far is the guy that I was just firing at? Is he within 30 feet?
Yeah, he's 30 feet exactly.
All right, I'm going to stick Bagman on him. So I'm going to send Bagman.
Poor bastard.
A woman behind him looks up and shrieks and she screams, and she's clutching her purse, and out of the purse the Bagman forms and climbs over
I fucking hate the Bagman so much.
the rail and goes to surround to attack this guy.
Bagman crit.
Oh god! Great, be better on that description. Of course.
Why wouldn't Becca crit on every single attack she's ever done?
She doesn't even need inspiration.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, please don't take it. So how does this work? So I can do my Warhammer attack
Yeah.
against with Bagman, right? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so that'll be 22, and then what is with the crusher feat?
Oh, I don't know. That's the thing that gives us all
Okay, so now we just all have advantage against that guy.
All of us?
Yeah, until it comes
Until
back to Becca's
my next turn. Yeah.
How much damage did he take?
He took 22.
22 points of damage. The bagman comes up from behind him and just slams into his chest, and you can see like darkness, this ink like break like part of his chest cavity, and he lifts up this this outlaw into the air, who is like screaming. He's still alive but very badly hurt and very visible, so you all have advantage on this guy at this point. Anything else for your turn?
No, that's all. I'm horrified if I did.
Okay.
Hugh, I trust you, but what are you messing?
I don't know.
I think the bagman's trying to pull the crust off that guy.
The crust is the worst part.
He is
okay.
Lifted out of the air, and he is. It's his turn. He's going to point his gun wildly at Valley Jack because he's the closest. 17 to hit.
That's my AC.
And that's going to be. He aims very well and hits you for 15 points of piercing damage with his pistol.
Damn.
This guy hits hard. Second one is an 11 to hit.
Nope.
Misses. The other outlaw on the other side is going to fire as well. First one is a 7 to hit.
Nope.
And second is an 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
And he rolls a 14 on the piercing damage on his second hit. And that is the outlaw's turn. Valley Jack, it is the start of your turn. You are the front of the pack, and you are still 255 feet away from the front of the train.
200.
That doesn't sound good.
And how far away is he
so
from
far.
me right now? I only moved up 40 feet initially.
40 feet.
Okay. Cool.
How far am I from Piano Man?
Piano Man is 10 feet behind me, so you're 50 feet from
50
him.
feet.
I can make him take a dash action to go 60 feet, but obviously you're going to move on your turn now too, so he's not going to fucking catch up to you.
The bartender's behind us on one of those like push cart things on the rails. Give me that back.
Valley, it is. We're at the top of the turn. Top of the turn order. You look out the window, see the bridge approaching, and it is your turn. You are in the cart filled with people on either side who are all ducked down beneath chairs. The outlaw on the left is being lifted up by the bagman, and he looks very bad. And the outlaw on the right is pointed his gun kind of on a chair, on the back of a chair, pointed his gun at you. What would you like to do?
How far are they from the windows?
They're right next to the windows.
You just have Bagman out the window too. I mean, it's fine.
I will, kick at the guy with Bagman, because he's closer to me, right?
Yeah, and you can have advantage on that athletics check.
Well, I already do. And that's a 27.
Yeah, he can't save on that. It's impossible for him to. So, yes, you succeed on that shove attack.
Cool. I shove that one out of Bagman's mouth, and Valley walks forward towards the other one, gun trained on him, and just like grabs him by the head and tries to throw him out the window. Okay, that's pretty good. 26.
Yes, again, impossible for him to fight back against the massive Valley Jack. The man as tall as a building as he struts forward through this. As you walk forward, you can see just people like looking up in awe at you as you are striding forward. You got the rail in your hand and you just shove this second outlaw completely out of the window, and both of them are out tumbling along the ground. Two more bodies out the sides of the train. What else would you like to do with your turn?
I'm gonna use second wind, manage to max my second wind roll, 18 HP. And then I'm going to walk forward So how far away am I from Piano Man?
You don't get the boost.
But how far am I, like, if I want to make it so he can catch up again?
You're 50 feet from the Piano Man right now, I believe.
You were 50 before you started your turn.
And I need to be within 10 of it, so...
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be able to...
It's just not going to happen.
Catch up to you. Yeah, it was only good for an initial burst.
I should have double dashed then. I'm just trying to do this math here. This math looks rough, but... I don't think I'm going to action surge yet. I think I'm just going to move as far forward as I can.
Yeah, what's your movement speed? 30 feet?
30.
Okay.
Because that just gets me to, like, the front, like, halfway through the car, right?
Yep. To get through the next door is 20 feet. To get through the next door.
I think we want to know what's in there, right? Like...
Valley, I can... use a 3rd level spell slot to create another animating thing next to you on my turn, so that your next turn you'll have the full 40 feet if you want to do a double dash on that one.
Cool. I'm gonna hold out the dash and just walk as far as I can without a dash. So just the 30.
Good. You stride forward and shove those two out of the cart, and you see that the people in the train start to sit up in their chair and look, and you hear just a few. Yeah, Valley. And
You're mostly safe now. Look out for that. And I point to Bagman.
Watch out for whatever that is.
The hell that thing is.
A few people who didn't see it, like sit back in their chair and like duck down, and this Bagman's just standing there, just like dripping ink. Excellent. And that is your turn. Rook, you're up. And so, Rook, you are standing with Mtiro in the first cart. Namby's 10 feet in front of you. The marshals are 10 feet behind you, as well as the piano.
Scott, I want a Wilhelm scream for all of those shoves that Valley Jack
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to try some shenanigans. I think I'm going to cast Vortex Warp on Buckworth. So that'll be my spell save isn't great. Con save DC 16 for Buckworth.
Vortex Warp. Okay.
It's so fun when there's a D&D spell that I'm just like, no, I don't know what this is at all.
You just made that,
do.
didn't you?
Seraphina has it. Yeah, I actually do know this one. I think you can teleport people up to 90 feet or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Could use it to.
Okay, so
move
he's gonna make a
hopefully,
save.
But
So what type of save was it?
Yeah, for real.
DC 16 con save.
And this is for Buckworth.
Yeah.
I know it's just a digital die, but it was hanging out at 16 and flipped to 8. He fails.
good.
Rook looks back at the marshals and winks at Buckworth, and then teleports him 90 feet horizontally out onto the desert and leaves him standing in the open plains.
Didn't kill him.
That's something.
You left Tannenbaum? Come on.
I mean, how far is he from civilization without anything? He might die.
Nah,
It's a
we
long,
didn't go
slow
that
one.
far.
You see you teleport
the
him out
bartender will pick him up.
in the dusty plains, and you can see as the train is passing, you put him out there so you can see him as you're like the train's passing, you put him out kind of in front a little bit instead of straight behind, so you can get that last look at him, and he's just looking around, and he just throws his gun down and glares as the train passes by.
Do something about the dynamite while you're out of the thing.
Go to the bridge.
Sweet. I'm gonna move 40 feet further up the train.
How far have you moved?
He's now moved 80.
80 total. Should have 250 left to the front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Valjack's moved 110, so he's a third of the way there.
Okay, so you
in
moved
a
up
third
40
of the
feet.
available turns, which isn't ideal.
You're in the
Using
next
up
cart,
a lot
and
of
you're not sure
resources.
what happened, but you can see Valley Jack just striding forward, and the people in the train, admiring him as you enter in this train.
Tip my hat to a pretty lady and just very casually walk like there's cleared path, there's no resistance, just like confidently striding up the train.
You're a father, Rook.
You don't wink at pretty ladies. You gotta stop doing that when you become a dad.
That is your turn, Rook. Next is Mtiro.
I'll use my bonus action to reload.
Smart.
Okay.
All right, for my turn, Mtiro is... I'm going to need to know what is near Valley Jack that can be brought to life, that is medium or large or small. Or
You see, you see above on either side of this track are places where people have had their luggage stored up
I love
above,
that.
and you can see a pile of luggage that would count as something like that.
Great.
Suitcase
Then
man.
Mtiro runs forward and he's scribbling on a piece of paper and he's like, the fire elements themselves, inspired by Valley Jack's fury, race to help him. And the fire, when I burn the paper, the fire shoots out of the piano and it just turns to a normal piano in the middle of the hallway. And you just see a line of fire dash up the hallway to one of the suitcases and envelop it. And it's like the suitcase just kind of sprouts legs and it opens up and it's got like a shirt, like a pant leg hanging out like a tongue, and it just waddles up next to Valley Jack.
It's to get that large. It has to be large size, right?
No, it can be medium or
Okay, so it can
anything.
be one suitcase. I was gonna say it could be multiple suitcases. But
suitcase man form.
Suitcase golem.
But suitcase golem. But
I'm picturing
it could be that
like
one.
a suitcase dog almost, like it's panting with this pant leg out of its mouth hanging
I
out.
love that. That's such a great image. That's awesome.
And then, so I'll move up. I had to move up I had 40 feet because I started within 10 of the first object.
Nice, cool.
And then I move up 40. I create that 30 feet in front of me so that it's next to Valley Jack, who should be that distance in front of me at this point, I think. And then I will use my bonus action.
He's 30 feet in front of you as you got up to.
Which is perfect, because that's the max range on the animating performance, so good thing we did it now. Good thing he didn't dash on his last turn with the action surge. And then I'll use my bonus action just to throw a bardic inspiration toward... I'm gonna throw it at Namby, because I'm worried about her, because she got really hurt last time and I'd like her to have as much aid as she can have. So yeah.
It's fine. I'm only very scarred from last time we fought. It's fine.
Namby, I know last time we fought it was difficult, but this time it's made for you, you fleet-footed little beautiful rabbit.
How far have you moved them, Tira?
I've now moved 80 feet total, I think.
And where's the original piano?
Piano's just 30 feet out the door, just in the middle of the hallway.
We gotta get that back to that guy.
Okay.
So on this turn, you moved 40 though, right?
Yeah, but 80 total, right? Because I moved 40 on the first turn.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure. Great. Anything else?
No, that is it. And Valley is the only one who will currently get any movement bonus from that animated object on his next turn.
Cool. Namby, you are up. You are in the first cart and alone with the piano at this point. Well, Tannenbaum is behind you, as well as Buckworth has been teleported elsewhere.
Okay.
Namby goes rogue and kills Tannenbaum. Like watching Brooke's face.
I will clarify, as you guys are moving from train cart to train cart, in between there are ladders to get up to the roof. And so if you wanted to get up to the roof from those middle areas, it doesn't cost you like the extra 5 movement to go over and up, if that makes sense. So as you guys are moving, you are seeing that there are ladders as you go, where you could just take 5 movement speed to get to the next square, which you could say is on top of the top of the train.
Sure. Okay. I don't think Tenenbaum's gonna be helpful. I'll say that.
What gives you that impression?
I'm going to cast Hold Person on him.
What is the save he has to make?
It is a Wisdom save, DC 15.
See how wise he is. He hits a 15 exactly.
Gosh, dang it. Arrgh. Okay. All right. Well, that's kind of why I did it now. In case he was successful, I can try again. Okay, that's my action. I will move, and I'm going to bonus action hop again, because movement is important right now. So I'm going to move another 45 feet, and I'm going to use the 15 to avoid opportunity attacks. I'm going to strategically use that if I need to.
Yeah, everything's been cleared.
Okay, perfect. Then I don't need it, but I'm still moving. Well, no, I can't bonus action dash. So yeah, I'll still move 45 feet.
Excellent. You rush into the next cart and rabbit hop over Rook and Mtiro and land in the middle, basically square in the middle of the second cart, surrounded by people. And you see the bagman to your left.
I want to yell out since you said talking is a free action. So
yes.
I'm going to yell out to Mtiro because I know he can do stuff with, objects, and just say, try and keep Tenenbaum from getting to the front. That's it.
All right.
I feel like Rook is going to take care of that, possibly.
But Rook is friendly with her. I feel like Rook will be more helpful than Tenenbaum. He's just been going off the handle.
Rook seems like he's disposing of the marshals on his turn.
Oh, yeah. He's taking care of it. I see what you're saying. Yeah. That's my turn.
Okay. Tenenbaum is going to dash in order to get up to Rook. And so he is now standing right behind you, Rook. And that is as far as he goes. That's what he can do with his turn. And that is Tenenbaum. And Crum, you're up. And Tenenbaum just rushed past you. Hugh is standing next to you on this in-between spot in between the carts.
Gotcha. I am going to use just dash. Use my full action to dash to. I should be able to dash 60 feet, and that will get me right in front of Valley Jack, I think.
Yeah, so 60 feet is going to get you all the way to the end of this, of the next cart, up to the door. So you don't go through the door, but you're up to it.
Okay.
And anything else for your turn?
No, that's gonna be it.
Okay. You come up to the window. It's hard to see through this window and the next window on what the next cart looks like. Hugh, you're up. Crum just dashed from your spot, made it through most of this cart.
Okay, I'm going to do... I just am really tantalized by you mentioning multiple times now the roof of the train. And just Becca just really wants to be that part of the Western. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send Bagman up 30 feet onto the roof of the train, and then 30 feet forward, 30 feet from Hugh. So that I can switch places and I don't have to climb the ladder or anything.
Okay, you do that. What is the AC of Bagman?
Oh, just one. Oh, the AC? 17.
Yeah.
I thought you
One AC.
Well, one AC. No, I'm sorry. I heard it. My brain processed
What was
HP.
the AC?
17.
17. You send Bagman up there, and you go to teleport and switch places with you, and it works. And you switch places with him, and you see forward ahead, 3 carts is the coal cart, standing on which is Ella McCoy with this gun in her hand that looks like a red sidearm that has developed this long barrel on it, and the gun is smoking from it as if she had just fired it, and she is looking down the sights and lowers her gun and looks at you. From your position now, let me position where you would be.
Oh no.
There it is, the smoking gun. We found it.
Just a standard colored gun, red.
It's a standard. It's a standard red gun.
Standard red. I love that answer in the episode. Normal, red, just okay.
Hey guys, I found Ella.
So she, from your position on top of the cart, is 175 feet from you. The coal cart is, that's a significant difference in from where the front of the train is versus where the coal cart is, if that makes sense. Like she's almost a whole cart.
Yeah, because it's not the actual engine. Yeah.
Almost a whole cart closer than what you initially.
And Hugh's 90 feet forward total now because you swapped 30 feet forward with the Echo.
Well, there's height in there somewhere.
I'm just discounting that.
I have it at 90 feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
90 feet
forward.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
she's 100. So she's 265 feet.
265. Okay.
Hey, Kyle, did I hear that gunshot? Did it sound like it was outside?
Oh, yeah. Or wait, you are. Oh, because you're inside and you can hear.
Like the
Yeah.
rest of
There's a
us-
lot of noise, and I mean, from that distance, maybe the wind is moving. Roll a perception. Roll a perception. See if you heard a gunshot.
Kyle, I
Come
would
on.
love to do that.
Come on, Brooke.
Hugh might
You've got
have
a
to
bardic
shout a bit
inspiration
louder.
too. If just don't forget.
I do have a bardic. I'm going to use it.
Oh, if you're using it for this is a skill check, right? I can't remember what happens with my moat.
And
of
you have your extra
potential.
D4 thing too, right?
I do have my D4 thing, which I'm also going to use because I didn't roll great.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
Let me
I
look up
figured,
what the
yeah.
mote of potential
I think
does.
it doesn't go away if you fail.
You get to roll the bardic with inspiration on ability checks, basically. So you can roll it a second time and take the higher roll if you did.
Well, I got an 8 the first time, so.
All right, well, don't do that then. Keep that.
That's a 16 total because I rolled.
I was thinking 16.
Or no, 16 plus. No, sorry. Plus what I have. So that's a 22. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, then definitely.
16 on the
yes, you
dice.
Definitely
on 3
hit.
dice.
Yes, definitely. You hear that gunshot come from the front of the train. And
Okay, so I know it. I know that gunshot is outside, like on top.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Hugh. So you've used your movement basically.
No,
Or no,
I
you've
used my
your
bonus action.
Your bonus action.
Yeah. So then I will take my movement, which is 30 feet, unless I'm within 10 feet of the luggage directly below me. The magical bag. Am I within 10 feet of
You weren't at the
Hamtiro's?
start of your turn.
Oh, start. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so I'll just move my 30 feet movement.
Can you do 30 feet? Because when you teleport with your Echo, it costs 15 feet.
Oh, that's right.
of your
15 feet.
movement.
Sorry. 15 feet more. Yep.
Okay.
See, I remembered that, and then I got distracted by the perception check.
There's a lot
Okay.
going on. This is a hectic encounter. And there's like 2 encounters going on because Rook's just fighting these marshals. That's
So you
I'm
so you can move. You move
annoyances.
15 feet forward from your spot on top of the train.
That's all the movement I have.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take 2 shots with my blunderbuss at disadvantage because I'm outside of the range.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, one of those was a nat 20. Son of a.
Of course.
Or you have
course,
inspiration.
No, it's okay. I think we'll see if it hits. With disadvantage, it's a 17 for the first one.
That hits.
Okay.
Oh, her AC's lower than it was last time.
Her AC's lower than
Okay,
Rook's.
and I
at
will
least.
re-roll that one because that sucked. I'm gonna use my birthday. My birthday inspiration. Inspiration. So that's a 23 to hit on the second one.
Yes, they both hit.
Bye, birthday inspiration. You were worth it because that was a nat 1 originally.
Oof, yeah, that's worth.
That's when you should use
Yeah.
it.
Might have lost your gun there.
So that will be 17 piercing damage total.
Okay. You fire the 2 shots and they land into Ella and kind of graze off of her body a little bit. She's taking some damage. Anything else for your turn?
I think that's it. That was my movement, my bonus action, and then my 2 attack. Nope, yeah, that's all I can do.
Yeah. Unless you can now move your Echo. I don't know if you can.
I think she moved him and teleported.
Yeah, I moved him
with her
originally.
bonus
Yeah,
action.
yeah.
That's right.
So
Okay.
Bagman is just Bagman in it.
And I have him back in between the carts right now. Is where he's at. Okay, great. We are back up at the top of the initiative. That is the end of round 2. It is round 3. The window, you look out, bridge is rapidly approaching. Valley, you are up. You are in the middle of this, or near the end of this second cart.
Suitcase dog is massaging your shoulders, telling you got this.
Come on up, it's nice.
Right. So we know Namby knows a shot went off upstairs, right?
Yeah.
Has Hugh said anything
said-
about? Oh,
I did
You said
scream
I
out
found
about
Ella.
it. I found
Okay.
Ella up. Yeah. So you,
cool.
yeah.
Cool. Just trying to think, like, that's a long distance for Valley Jack without any ranged weapons to clear up top.
Crum will say, I can get up there and handle it. I've got the range, so.
All right, I'll take underneath. Question, Kyle.
You are
Yes.
quickly throwing everyone off the train, so
What would it take, action economy wise, to pick someone up? Is that a
Be a grapple.
object interaction? Is that an action?
Well, I guess who is it? Is it if it's a friendly, it's more forgiving. If it's a not friendly, then that would be a friendly. I would probably just rule that as a object interaction. You know, friendly. You know, carrying somebody.
Scoop as a free action.
Cool. I think at this point, no one's like within scoop range of me other than the suitcase dog.
I'm right in front of you.
But you're
I
gonna
don't
go up.
think Namby's far from you either.
Right, like how far is everyone from me?
I have everyone's distances, right? Crum's moved 120, Valley's moved 110, Namby's moved 90, Rook and me have both moved 80 total. Hugh's moved 105 and is on top. Bagman is 90 feet, still in the middle, right, of the train, or maybe, I think that's right. And Ella's 265 feet away.
Okay. I think for this turn then, almost like Crum, we're at the ladder right now. Like, do you want me to run you through another car?
Yes.
Cool. I look to Crum and go like,
We probably have some sort of signal that I jump on your back or something.
yeah.
Makes the most sense. You guys have worked together for years now. This
Yeah.
classic
This is
Valley Jack.
actually called Crum 3.
Yeah.
Wait.
Operation
So you get
Crum
one free
2.
object and one free scoop, right?
You get a free scoop.
I'm gonna pick up Crum and then use my action to pick up Suitcase Dog.
Okay, you have to. Yeah, we'll do some item swapping, I guess. So you have to have your rail out. You know, you can't be holding on to your rail and also the suitcase and Crum.
Sure.
I guess. So you could be
Sure,
carrying
yeah.
both of those things.
Yeah. I'll put my rail down and just start picking up both these guys and running.
And you
I
can
will
still
use
have
my-
the rail on you, like, you know, just kind of like video
Yeah.
game inventory rules. You know, like put it in your bag. This massive train rail, along with the case of vaccines that you have.
Yeah.
As well.
Of course.
I will, it's like a weird Resident Evil game. I have to like reorganize all of my inventory to get the rail to fit in, and
You're
I have to
holding the
rotate
rail. Crum is standing on one side. The suitcase dog is on the other, and the other stuff
just
is
doing
in the
like
middle.
carrying water
Yes.
on my shoulders, trying to fit through a train door
Yeah.
like that. But I pick up both of them, and then I'm going to go into the next car and dash my full action surge, so I'm going a full 80.
Okay. So you move forward
Yeah, I guess I'll go 40 and you'll tell me what terrifying
So you
thing
go forward
happens.
25 feet with the two in arm, and you enter into this cabin. And this next train car is the dining car. And so you see dining sets on the side. Again, lots of people huddled under the desks. And in the middle of this car, or near the end of this car, you see this outlaw, this scary looking outlaw stand up. And he has two whips in his hand. You can see the whips have these like spikes on the end of them. He's got this long black hair and he looks at you and smiles. He's got these like dark black eyes and he just smirks as you enter into this cabin. Are you wanting to use all that movement speed and try to get up next to him? Into the next cabin's 25 feet is what you've used.
Yeah, I think I'm getting up, just bull rushing him. I'm gonna keep moving.
So you make it up to 10 feet of his reach where he is able to use a held action, and he whips one of these spiked whips at you. Only a 12 to hit.
Nope.
And misses. And so you want to keep moving, try to barrel. Basically, you would barrel past him if you wanted to go past him at this point to get that full.
Yeah,
80.
if I can get past him, I'll.
Okay.
Keep
that will
moving.
be difficult terrain to get past him, but you'll be able to get kind of right on the other side of him with that 80 feet of movement. So you get 75 feet essentially.
Okay. Cool.
So where are we?
He moved 75 feet on that turn. Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Just for my own notes over here to try to
I'm
manage my
like
spell distances, what I can do.
writing all
And-
these distances down.
Anything else for your turn?
That's me. I think. I'm trying to think. Did I use a bonus action? I don't think so, but I don't think I have anything worth using. So.
Okay. Ella, on top of the coal cart, looks down the sight at Hugh standing on top of the train. She fires. First one is a 10 to hit.
Yes.
She reloads. And this is with this, she's at a disadvantage range for you right now. Second one, 11 to hit.
Yes.
Third one, 9 to hit.
Yes. Man, God
just
bless you
warning
and your
shots.
rolling, Kyle.
It's bad. It's not good.
So
Red
bad.
guns don't work the same way.
Man, red
Yep.
guns are real bad.
So you see her fire this gun, and each fire of this weapon, you can see these like red tendrils of energy like shooting out from this gun as these bullets whiz past you, and you're able to duck and dive and miss, not dive, but you duck and miss a couple of these bullets, 3 of them as they pass you. And that is Ella's turn. Levi, you're up.
Okay. So I got Tannenbaum.
Tannenbaum is right behind you, and you are standing next to Mtiro in this train.
Okay.
About 15 feet in front of you is Namby.
Good Vortex Warp him, but I kind of want to get another spell active. So I think on this turn, I am going to be enveloped in a sort of greenish ghostly hue as I cast Spirit Shroud as a bonus action. So spirits of the dead flit around me for the duration. And until the spell ends, any attack deals extra damage when I hit a creature within 10 feet of me. And I'm going to cast this at the 4th level, so it'll be a 1 level upcast, so it'll be a 2d8. And it can be a choice of Radiant, Necrotic, or Cold. I think I'm going to make it Necrotic. And as I activate that, I'll take 2 shots at Tannenbaum right up close.
I'm okay.
First one's a 19 to hit.
That will hit.
I'm going to re-roll that with the piercing damage. Okay, better roll 11 piercing. Oh, and then plus the 2d8. Forgot to add that, of course. 11 piercing, 7 necrotic. on that hit.
Okay. That was 18 total. Okay.
And second shot will be a 32 hit
Yes.
for 14 piercing and 6 necrotic, 20 total.
Okay, you rip a couple shots into him, and hits him in the shoulder, hits him in the side. He is still able to stand. He looks still fairly healthy, but also you just took a good massive chunk. He is out of his hit points. He is definitely beefier than some of the other things that you've been fighting. Anything else?
He's,
Your turn? Yeah.
Was he within 10 or within 5? Is he at?
He's within 5.
Does he have a melee weapon?
Reaction. He would make a melee strike against you. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna see how confident I am. Do I cast a 4th level spell and then immediately take an opportunity attack? But I think I'm going to, because life is short, and by life I mean this encounter.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna move another 40 feet up the train.
Don't be a bastard and a coward.
12 to hit on the opportunity attack.
Yeah, that'll miss.
Kyle.
I roll bad, guys. This is not new.
Yeah, I don't want us to all die, but damn, man.
I just know that I'm gonna go on top of that train and get sniped in the fucking face.
I vote that Kyle and Becca swap dice for an episode. Can we do that?
How much movement speed did you move, Rook?
40.
Sorry, is that your movements? Do you
Yeah,
have
with
40?
Gunsong I get plus 10.
Okay, gotcha. All right, you're near the front of this cart.
How can I see this wacko dude that Valley Jack?
You
was
can't
ran
see.
into?
You can't see because you're not in that cart yet.
Okay, that's me.
It is the wacko guy's turn, and so he looks and he is going to. He's right behind you. You and right behind you, Valley Jack and Crum being carried by Valley
and dancing
and
dog.
the dog and the
Crum
dancing
3.
dog.
Yeah,
He
Crum
is
3,
going
yes.
to, as you're driving, as the train is going forward, you see a tree pass on the side of the train, and it casts a shadow through the windows, and all of a sudden he is 5 feet more away. He's 10 feet away. You don't get an opportunity attack on him, as the shadow seemed to catch him, and then he moved 5 feet back. And he takes out his whip, and he is going to throw it at you, Valley, for a 10 to hit.
Nope.
And then a natural 1 to hit
Jesus.
with his other whip. And he makes a third attack with his other whip.
Can I give you advantage?
The third one was 21 to hit. I don't know how you
21
guys
does
roll
hit
so
me.
much because, his to hit is pretty good. But, anyways, 21 to hit on the last one. I think that's going to hit you, Valley.
Yeah, that hits me.
Here we go.
And so, first you are going to take 12 points of piercing damage, and you need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
And you have a bardic inspiration as well, don't forget.
Thank you. What dice
And
is
a
it?
D4.
And a D4 from the emboldening bond. You have a D8 bardic
Bardic is D8.
inspiration.
Yeah.
What we're saying is that roll looked bad.
Yeah, your face didn't
Just
really
based on your
convey that you
reaction.
felt confident in what you rolled, so just gonna throw it out there.
Honestly, it wasn't that trash, but I appreciate it. With everything added on, we are looking at a 18.
Great. Whatever you rolled on the bardic, you get that in temp HP as well from the mode
3.
potential.
The whip tries to wrap around you and starts to hurt, but you're able to shrug it off and get the whip off before it does any additional effect to you.
I'm gonna just try to shrug off the damage with the Goliath Stone's Endurance. And I got a 4, so I take 1 damage from that.
Thanks.
Cool.
And then I get 3 HP, 3 temp HP. So he basically healed me for 2.
He snarls at you, looks at you with these dark black eyes. Tiro, you're up, and you are in the in the cabin right next to Tannenbaum, who's just taken a couple shots from Rook, and in front of you is Namby. You're in the cart with a lot of the people on each side.
Cool. First I say, remain calm, everyone. We have everything under control. And then I want to dash 60 feet, but whenever I hit a ladder, I want to climb up on top of the train as well, because I don't want to leave Hugh out there alone.
Okay, you will be able to make it, so 60 feet, yep, you make it through the next door, and then you're able to climb up to the next cart, and you are on the next cart, the dining cart, on top of it.
Great. And then I'm going to just use my bonus action on this turn finally. I'm like, as he's climbing, he feels in his pocket the poker chip that Valley Jack gave him before, and he activates that to enter a prophetic state so that he can impose advantage or disadvantage on an attack if one should happen to be fired off.
Okay. So you are on top of the cart. You are 130 feet away from Ella. And
you move 60, right?
Yeah, I moved 60. So I feel like I'm actually 135 feet away from Ella based on my math, but who knows?
That's going to be 60 plus 70 is what I got.
Should be 60 plus 80. I moved 40 on both of my turns. Right?
And then -5, right, for going vertical?
Do I lose 5 for going vertical? I just
Not
know she
for
was at
the
265 and I was at 80, I thought. Of the
Yeah, it takes
total.
5 to go up the ladder.
All right. Well, then, yeah.
Unless you bagman it.
Well, it makes... Well, no, it's 5 to get to the next spot, and you can do that by just climbing up the ladder, if that makes sense, to get there. Like, going vertical
I
doesn't
misunderstood
count.
that. Okay.
Doesn't cost
So
anything, yeah. But
Yeah,
if
so
she's
like-
at 265, I've moved 40, 40, and 60. So I've moved 140 total, right? And then she should be...
Okay, I see, because you would have moved
125 feet away from me,
Tannenbaum
I
was
guess.
right
Sorry.
there.
Yeah.
That's right, because you were 1 square ahead of Tannenbaum versus even
Yeah.
with...
This is irrelevant.
so.
Nobody who's listening to this gives a shit.
Someone at home
these
is
guys
writing
do
this all down furiously.
Don't know why I
Mav
even
and Andy
bother.
are 1,000% doing it.
It's the only reason I care is for distances of
Yeah, spells and stuff.
being able to cast things. Yeah.
Yep, so you are 140 along the train,
Yeah.
and you are,
On top.
125.
125. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah,
From her.
125 from Ella.
whatever I said.
Okay,
Whew.
cool.
Thank God we
It
got
could mean
that
it
sorted
could
out.
mean the difference between life and
in
death.
an encounter
for these
where
people.
the distance is everything.
Very
right now.
much matters. Yes, absolutely. Anything else for your turn? I think.
No, that's my full. That's
Okay.
movement, action, and bonus. So yeah, that's all.
All right,
As long
Namby,
as
you
my
are in the
dog's
passenger
being
car.
carried. He's fine.
All right. How far am I from the next ladder up?
It's 35 to get through the door of this one, and then and then basically you could move forward 1 square to get on top of the cart from there.
Wonderful. I'm gonna use movement of 30. My last bonus action, rabbit hop, for 40 for an additional 15, so 45 total. So that means I'm up on the top and I can see Ella.
Yep, and you're right behind Mtiro.
Okay. How far am I from Ella?
130 feet.
130. Yep.
Okay. Guiding bolt is 120 feet range. I hate this, Kyle.
I should have
All right,
picked
all
up
right.
Namby when I ran. Damn it! I should have used my free action. I'm not strong
Okay,
enough. There's
well.
no fucking way even.
I'm 10 feet out of range to do anything, so I might as well action dash for another 30 feet.
Where am I now in relation to Namby and Mtir? Am I ahead or behind?
Behind.
Now you're behind me.
You're 35 feet behind Mtiro.
Oh, you're behind him too. Okay.
60 feet behind Namby.
I'm standing strong, and I am not nervous, and I'm gonna look at her in the face, and I'm gonna I'm gonna take that red gun from you, Ella McCoy.
She gives you a little, like, just sticks out her tongue at you.
That's not very nice.
As you are walking forward, yelling that at her, the wind is whipping at you directly as you're climbing across this train on the top, holding on as it is jostling around a little bit, and you can see the bridge coming up close. And it is Tannenbaum's turn, and he keeps getting left behind. He is still in the same cart as Rook, and so he is going to fire twice at you, Rook. First one is a natural 1. Second one is a 19.
Miss.
God. Damn.
He is getting so mad. he is pissed off. He's about ready to just chuck his gun. But that last one especially, he just fires, and the bullet comes and you just like lean your head a little bit off to the side. You're not even looking back at him. You just know where the bullets are gonna come.
When are you gonna give up, Tannenbaum? At what point? Don't you get it?
You can't just fire on us, Rook. I knew you'd turn on us. And he runs up 30 feet.
Tannenbaum's like, I hope the train does blow up so you die, Rook. I hate you.
Crum, you're up. So Crum, you where are you at? You are in the arms of Valley Jack. Behind you is this creepy looking outlaw with his whips, about 10 feet behind you.
You got this, right, Valley?
Go ahead.
All right. I'm gonna climb down off of Valley. And how far to, like, the next ladder?
So
like,
you
we're
could
at the
go,
end of the car, right?
Yeah, 5-10 feet to get to the middle part, and then you could climb up the ladder at that point.
Okay. I'm gonna use my full movement, which is 40 feet, because I'm right next to the luggage.
Suitcase luggage dog.
Suitcase dog. And then I'm going to see Ella, like,
Fuck her up, Crum.
give this like very scary, like weird, like I'm elated, and I'm going to fire off 2 Eldritch blasts at her.
Okay.
I like flip over spin the barrel of my pistol and click into what would be the Eldritch blast and fire 2 at her.
Okay.
Alright. First one is a 26.
Yep, that hits.
That's 8 damage, and I'm a grasp of Hadar her 10 feet forward.
Now she's within range. Damn it.
Should have swapped turns with Crum.
Should have held an action.
So you pull her 10 feet forward with grasp of Hadar?
Yeah.
So what does that grasp look like?
She gets hit with this like blast, but it's like turns black and like turns into like a hand that like rips her and pulls her towards me.
Great. That hand rips her forward, and she goes 10 feet, which is off of the edge of the coal train, and she falls down onto what you presume the middle section between the carts.
Great.
What? Oh,
That's
no.
Do I have the ability to shoot this other one at her at this point?
You don't have line of sight on her anymore.
I don't have line of sight.
Can he retcon that he hit her with? Like, do you have to grasp of Hadar when you hit someone, or can you make it so you do it with a?
I can choose which one to do it.
Oh, that's probably not worth the risk of maybe.
I think I'm not sure you would have been able to gauge the distance that well, where she was, on kind of standing on the coal cart. So we'll keep it like this.
Okay. Unless
Wild.
if you would allow me to expend a use of my arcane shot to do a seeking shot on my Eldritch Blast. I know I probably can't do it,
Right, because you
Was
can't.
it-
that would
But if
be
you're
a
nice,
action.
But if you were nice.
But it's my birthday, Kyle.
You already used your inspiration.
Listen, give Kyle something. He
Your
can't
birthday's
hit
over.
anybody no matter what he rolls.
Give me
That's true. Kyle
something.
needs this.
They're all gonna. Oh boy, if all my rolls have been saving up, this could be bad for somebody. Okay. Is anything else for your turn?
Yeah, I think that's it.
We've now abandoned Valley Jack alone with Ella McCoy.
I'm not alone. I got Duffel.
You're right. You're right.
I'm down with the whip guy.
Oh, wait.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, I'm 30. I pulled her 30 feet closer. Like, I am within 30 feet of her at this point.
You pulled her 10 feet.
Pulled her 10.
Yeah,
so
so
she is
she's
within
within
30
30.
feet. She was originally at 265. Valley and Crum
Yeah.
both started at 185. He used 40 feet to move forward to 225. So Crum's at 225. Then he pulled Ella 10 feet toward him to 255. So I think he should
Okay,
be within 30 feet.
we'll
based
go with
on
that. Yes,
My impeccable
there are 10
math
vials.
is
Sounds good.
definitely correct.
sounds good. You're within 30 feet of her. Yes.
I cursed her. That's basically what
Yeah,
I'm
you don't
doing.
need line of sight.
Well, I would curse her with. It doesn't say anything about line of sight, but as she comes closer, bonus action in the instant.
I like it. It works.
What does curse do? I don't actually know what it does.
Bonus
Can't remember.
to damage rolls against the cursed target. Any attack roll you make against the cursed target is a critical hit on 19 or 20. Cursed target dies, I get hit points.
So is that all just for you, or does that apply to us?
That's just for me.
It's free.
Okay.
All right. I like to imagine he saw her falling and then just let out a curse word because he realized what he did, and that's what caused him to
Yeah,
curse her.
Hugh, you are up. You are standing on top of the passenger cart. In front of you is the dining cart, and then the cart that Crum is on.
Yeah, I think Hugh just starts to panic seeing his friends in front of him, like in the line of fire, and just
Don't worry, we no
moves
longer
and
are.
dashes
Huguenard.
forward. Yeah. So I'm just gonna do 60 feet of movement forward, dragging Bagman with me.
Excellent. You are 60 feet forward. You are next to Namby now. Namby, you feel the presence of massive Hugh behind you.
Just looming.
With you at the same level as you. You guys are standing together now.
I don't want to rules lawyer Becca, but I don't think you can dash. I don't think you can drag your guy with you. You can only move him 30 feet, and you can't be more than 30 feet away from him. So if you dash, he won't exist anymore because you're already some distance away from him.
Why can't you just action dash and then bonus action a new guy?
I mean, yeah, you can just make a new guy.
Bagman.
I just want the
Like a
Bagman
less
to not
weird
fucking
guy.
exist, please. So if you
Let him
could,
die.
Okay.
So we'll
do
go
that.
with that. You have to
We'll
leave
do
the
it.
Bagman
Okay,
away.
let's roll. Let's see who it is. That's not
Thank God.
nightmare. So Bagman moves the 30 feet and then
Bagman
like
again.
dissipates because
everybody
he
on the
can't keep
train
up.
breathes a sigh of relief for a second.
We're saved. As you get that distance
That guy
away
was so
from him,
scary.
as you get a distance away from him, he just jumps into another woman's purse and she opens it up and like throws the purse away. And she's never gonna touch that purse again. But he is gone.
That purse goes out the window.
It hits
this
Buckworth in
one
the face.
It's very appropriate that Scott demanded this because a much cuter forms. It looks like an upside down, how was it described? An upside down top, I think, or like an
Yeah.
acorn, and it starts
Yeah.
whirring and shooting out little puffs of inky steam. And L10 joins us.
Man,
I was
my
kind of
guy.
hoping for the cursed warrior from the.
Oh my god, no, he's not on here. Oh, is he? Oh, he is.
The
No, he
Wish
is.
Gorged Warrior? Oh, I hope
The Wish Gorge Warrior.
Wish Gorged Warrior is number 67.
Great little
thankfully
robot. L10 is wheeled up next to you. He's got a wheel, I think, doesn't he?
no, I don't think he does have a wheel, but He's just
He is
normal legs and then acorn, like Becca said. He's like a
Gotcha.
Yeah, like kind of.
You don't want to do the voice. It's just like a really normal voice.
and he walks up next to you, and he is right next to you. Anything else for your turn?
Okay, so if Bagman went away, then I'm going to use actually the Echo's movement to get its 30 feet ahead, so it doesn't just immediately disappear when I dash again on the next round. So it's going to be 30 feet ahead of us now.
Okay.
Preemptively for the next turn.
Great. So let me-
Bagman is gone. Sorry, Mav. Think of nightmares.
Thank you. Thank you.
Upgrade as far as cuteness goes.
Yeah.
L10's perfect to be on like a train. He's a steampunky robot, you know.
Oh, he
Like,
loves
yeah.
steam. I guarantee it.
You round a corner. The train rounds a corner and is dead set straight ahead the bridge coming up. It is round 4.
18 seconds left. y'all.
It's fine, guys. We'll do it.
18 seconds left. Valley, you are first in this initiative order. You are holding the dog briefcase and or dog luggage, and behind you is Whip Guy.
All right. I look at Duffel and go like, let's see how we do this. And I just I'll take the opportunity attack. I'm just moving on.
Okay. The whip cracks at you for a natural 20.
Fucking shit.
Do I have any way to stop that?
You did say the rolls would get better.
He did
It's going to
say
be a
that.
17.
As it is written.
It is going to be a 17 of piercing damage. You need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah. Let me just throw down that damage.
Why did I have to climb on top of the train?
You can use a D4 if you didn't before in your last turn.
That's true. You got that.
Well, it's a new turn, so I get the D4 again, right?
Well, is it your new turn?
It is my
It
turn.
is his turn right now. Yeah.
Oh,
He's
then
getting
yes.
opportunity.
Yeah.
Oh, I totally missed it. It was a nat 20 and an opportunity attack. Woof.
That's a 14.
The DC is 14. And
Yes!
you succeed. And
Thank
you are
fucking
very
Thank you,
lucky
Namby.
as that. You think that this spiked whip is going to stay on you, is going to wrap around you and do a serious amount of crit damage. And you are able to, just with your Valley Jack strength, just rip it off and throw it and take the whip, and like it rug burns a little bit as it whips around your skin, but you're able to throw it back and throw it off before it does some serious damage.
It's not Valley
And,
Jack's strength. It's the strength of the people.
And yes, the People's House is able to
The people's house.
avoid that.
I'm going to
That's-
use Stone's Endurance again to take slightly less of that, 11 less of that damage.
Okay.
So,
How many uses of that do you get? Just
3.
curious. 3. Okay.
then I'm just sprinting, going into that next room. Do I want to go through the room or go up?
Well, she fell
I
down.
have a feeling she's going
Fell
to
down.
stay down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta stay down. She went down. I forgot about that. Let's go down. Open the door. Who do
What's
I
your full
see?
movement speed? You have is it 80?
It is 80.
With the
With the dog.
With Duffel. But he's able to get to her. I mean, assuming other than any other impediments along his way, but his movement is within her range.
You are able to get to her with this dash. So you go through into the next cart, into the next train cart, and you can see that this one has 2 large suites on it. Like, these are high-profile suites, and you dash through it, and nothing comes out of the rooms. There's no attacks that you incur, and you end your turn opening the door, seeing Ella on the ground, laying there, prone.
How's it going, Ella?
Did she take a d6 of damage when she fell?
It's
And
not
actually
that
fell
far.
like 5
Damn
feet.
it.
Like
Damn
5
it, you're
feet.
right.
Only 5 feet?
That is where you
Well, I guess
are
that's what
with
he's
the
counting
suitcase, Valley Jack, right in front of her. That is your turn. Anything else for your turn?
I don't think so. I need more bonus actions on this guy.
Okay. Just looking up something real quick.
Rook needs to finish off these guys and freaking help us.
I know, right?
Yeah, Rook, speed it up, man.
Rook could have freaking Vorpal teleported us or whatever the fuck all the way there, I feel like, to start. He's too busy killing these guys. I don't care about the marshals, but I still feel bad for the Pinkerton. He wasn't as much of an asshole as the other two.
They were gonna be around. They were gonna cause problems.
Such a bastard encounter too, because I would have resurrected that Pinkerton if I didn't want to make sure Valley Jack had as much movement as possible with
I
my
know,
turn.
it's like, what's the most important thing to do here?
Yeah.
I don't love these people, so I'm not really going to sacrifice my action economy for them.
The Pinkerton is the only one I was willing to defend really in any way, but he was the first one to just get fucking annihilated.
She is just going to run away from you,
Opportunity attack.
and you're gonna get an opportunity attack on
Fuck, I'm not. I use Stone's Endurance.
Oh, so use your
that was reaction.
But wouldn't couldn't the dog do it?
Does my doggy get an opportunity attack, Kyle?
Buffalo dog?
Does it
that.
have
I don't
reactions?
think.
I
Does
don't.
it?
I mean, it has a stat block, but it doesn't. I certainly don't know. You're the DMs, not me. Dancing
is
item.
And it can do attacks.
It can do
You can do
attacks.
attacks.
It can move and use its reaction on its own.
Yeah. Does it say
Yeah.
that it has
Sure.
a react? You're probably right. Let me.
Get that. Yeah, have that dog bite at Ella.
Hell yeah, let's do
That
it.
dog bite, man.
Have that dog. Get that look.
That dog go bite.
Well, after all that, it only rolled a 12 to hit. So,
12 does not hit.
all right. Well, that was worth it.
Yips
Well-
at her.
But now you
Pant
know.
slaps at her as she like walks up and misses. She is able to climb up and let's see. She was prone, so she's not able to get that far.
Good.
She is back up on the coal, and she
Okay.
turns around with her rifle and aims it at Crum, who is standing there. And she's gonna take her 3 rifle shots. She is within her normal range of this weapon. The first one is a natural 20.
She's more than 60 feet away from him, Tiro, right?
Yeah.
Is Crum within 30 of Namby?
No, not within 30.
What is how close is she to me?
She is 45 feet.
Would shield work here?
I mean, it's against a nat 20. I don't
It
know.
would make it a 23.
Okay, well, that's pretty good then.
It would help the other 2 attacks.
That's true.
I'm gonna shield.
Okay, you cast shield, and that is a 28 to hit.
Okay.
And the bullet hits you. First, you take 10 damage of piercing damage,
Okay, it's not the worst for a crit.
and as the
And
rifle
then
fires, it fires with this red flare,
Shit.
and you are hit square by this bullet. And your mind takes you back to the Shadowlands, where you were before with your patron who you had met and taken you to this land for one specific goal, to take down a pastor in a feud of 2, almost gods, patron gods. And the Shadowlands, a place you'd never wanted to return to before. And it hits you and you feel like you're going back there as you take 56 points of psychic damage.
Holy shit.
How many? What?
56? Fucking
That was
damn
that was a
thing.
crit. That was a crit on
Yep.
that
That's-
nasty
yep.
shit.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Are you alive?
No kidding.
still?
You are down.
Like,
Um,
you're not dead,
Yeah.
dead, are you?
No.
Okay.
you should take 2 of
so
them.
he is down. She is. Who else can she? She's not interested. She's interested in taking down as many people as she can.
Fuck.
Holy
I regret coming up
the-
on top of this train.
She is going to fire at the bigger target, Hugh and Namby standing next to each other. This one is at disadvantage. 11 to hit.
Miss.
Can we tell why it's at disadvantage?
Distance.
Her range.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because it's too far. Okay.
18 to hit on the second one.
That hits.
You take 6 points of piercing damage, and as this bullet rips into you, you see flashes of your sister. You see flash of your sister and you playing by the river, and it's a vision of what could be. Her and you, the same age, older together. That memory goes away, and you take 36 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
And that is her turn. Levi, you are up.
Jeez.
Levi, your girlfriend's a bitch.
Come on, man. Ugh.
Oh my
Why'd you have a baby with her? Gross. Ugh.
That is not who I had a baby with.
That's what I heard. I'm
I
lashing
shoot
out.
you.
It's objectively not what we heard, but it's fine.
It's 100% not what I heard, but I'm mad and I'm bloodied and I'm lashing out.
Oh boy. Okay, let's go back to the measuring. I'm not I haven't made it to the cart with the whip guy. Is there a ladder before I have to go in there?
Yeah.
Okay. I have 40 feet of movement. I'd like to go up onto the roof, moving towards the front of the train. So however far I needed to get out of this car and up there. I'm not quite sure how close I'd be after that, but I still have 40 feet.
You would be 115 away from Ella.
Okay.
That's where you're at.
And that's the full 40, not just like, so I'm on top of the next car,
Yep.
gone up and continued. Okay. Oof. Okay. I'm gonna Misty Step another 30 feet.
Okay. You're 85 feet away.
85, but that is close enough to shoot.
Avenge me.
Fuck.
There's no other enemies on top, right? She didn't have a...
Nope, it's just her.
Right, it's just her.
Oh, okay. No shooters with you, huh?
A gun like that, she doesn't need it.
Yeah. Brooke's just gonna start running down the top of the train and take some shots. First one's a 19 to hit.
Yep.
Reroll that damage once. Okay. Only 8 piercing. Rolled a 2 twice.
Okay.
Second's a 20 to hit
Yep.
or 13 piercing.
13. She takes a couple shots. Look about half as good as what she should. Anything else for your turn?
I think that's movement, action, bonus action. So that's all for me.
Okay. Namby and Hugh, from the side of the train, you see a hand grip on the top and pull himself up as this whip guy with his black hair, his eyes dark, climbs on top of the train, and he is going to use his whip attack at you, Namby. And that is a 25 to hit.
I give him disadvantage with my bonus, with my
Okay.
reaction from the rune.
25 to hit.
What the
Again?
fuck? Come on!
The rolls are coming, boy. Like, rolls are coming.
Really flipping the switch here.
Yes, that
No
hits.
way.
12 points of piercing damage to you, Namby. And you need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Hey, she's dexterous.
You got
Okay.
that D4.
I
DC
have
14 on this, right? Just a 14?
A 19.
Okay, that will save. Yes.
Okay.
Is a,
All
yeah.
right.
And you save on that. The second whip, he's gonna whip at
Himself.
Hugh.
At himself.
Okay. Hugh, 23 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
11 piercing damage, and you need to make a dexterity saving throw.
17.
You pass, and then the third whip is going to go back to Namby. Back with that first hand. 17 to hit.
I'll silver bars that.
No.
Misses.
It doesn't hit.
Misses. Don't need to.
That third one cracks
Okay,
by your
never
ear
mind.
and misses. And that is his turn. Mtiro, you are up.
Okay. I want to open with my bonus action, and I want to ask, inspired by my man Valley Jack, can I command Duffel to try to shove Ella McCoy off the fucking train?
What if she's got to explode the...
That's a good
It
idea.
would leave
she
Valley
has the switch.
to go and run up. It's an attack. We've ruled it as you can do a shove action as an attack action. Sure. She's not on the side like the other ones were.
Oh,
in the
she's
middle
not?
of the
Okay,
cold.
I don't know how wide the train is, I guess, so I won't.
It's 15 feet wide.
I won't have him do that then. If there's no chance of pushing her off, it's not worth it. I'll just command him to attack her with my bonus action and give a bardic inspiration to... I mean, both of you are in bad shape, it seems like.
Yeah, I have 20 HP. We're fine.
Okay. Another... I'll give a bardic to Namby then, because I feel like that's what Hugh would want me to do anyway. So, another one to Namby to hold strong, do not let him whip you. I command the dog to attack in that same bonus action to go up to Ella and try to attack her. Why do I roll the physical dice just so they can bite me in the ass on a 10 to hit? Fucking garbage.
10 does not hit.
Yeah, I know it doesn't. And then,
But your luggage bag dog is right next to her. So
and then with my bonus, with my actual action, I'm gonna look at this fucking guy who just attacked my two friends, and I'm gonna throw my hand to the side and whip out a flame blade and just charge him to try to attack Whip Boy.
Okay.
For a... I got Kyle's rolls. A 13 to hit.
we switch dice.
Yeah.
13 misses.
And that is the end of my dog shit turn. Right
Okay.
there.
Thanks for the inspiration.
Literally,
Yeah.
dog, luggage,
Jeez.
dog shit. Okay, Namby, you are up, and this whip guy is within 10 feet of you, and Mtiro has rushed up forward with his flame blade, which looks really cool, but he missed. That is where you're at for your turn.
From 60 feet away?
Yeah, Crum's... He's more than that from where I was. Crum was like 85 feet from
Yeah,
me, so
but
I had
from
no
me.
way to try to heal him. But from... I guess now if we've moved up, he is 60 feet
60
from Namby.
feet from you, Namby,
Yeah.
is what I have.
Okay. There are no friendlies in front of me, correct?
Well, Mtiro is.
Oh, Mtiro's in front of me? Okay. You've taken damage,
Well,
right, Mtiro?
No,
Yeah.
I'm still at full. I haven't
You're
taken
full.
any damage.
Technically, both me and Crum are ahead of you, but
Yes,
I don't know.
Crum is down on the ground.
Who is next to me or in front of me?
Oh, and so I guess in front of you, sorry. So next to you is Hugh. In front of you to the right a little bit is Mtiro. Evil outlaw whip guy is right in front of him. Rook is in front of this cart, like directly in front of you.
Okay. Who in that has taken damage? Hugh and Mtiro?
I'm fine. I haven't taken any damage.
You just said that, sorry. Rook has not though, right?
Nope.
Okay. Well, this
Crum's
is kind
taking
of
damage.
Yeah,
Crum's
Crum's
taking quite a bit. All of the damage.
If you've got anything with 60 feet of range on it.
gosh dang it. I really want to prioritize movement. Remove curse from the stupid red gun is a touch spell. Oh, do I take the damage or do I do a thing to stop opportunity attacks? Oh no, what do I do?
Which turn are we on until this fucking train explodes?
This is 4.
This is 4.
4.
Okay.
So if I do the thing, then I could move 60 feet without taking opportunity attacks. And I only have 65 health. I'm a little squishy girl.
Only 65.
Oh, what do I do?
I know, like only 65.
I think
got
taking
thirty.
While you're
nine
deciding,
attacks.
Hugh, would you want to use a reaction by chance when you took that damage from the bullet?
Oh
this
yeah,
last
I
turn?
would love to. I was thinking about it all
you know.
leading up to it. Why do I keep forgetting about it? Yes.
Okay, so
Thank
Hugh,
you,
what do you
kind
do
Melody.
after you take that after you took that damage that last time?
Yeah, we'll say it was after Whip Boy whipped me. So as a reaction, I am going to activate my regeneration feature that I have as a half troll. So now I'm going to gain 1d4 hit points back immediately, which I rolled a 1 because of freaking course. And then now for the next 5 rounds, I will get to also roll 1d4s and gain those back.
5 rounds? Is that right? Oh,
It's because it's my
Sorry.
Constitution modifier.
cool. Nice.
I love you, Hugh, but I wasn't really that worried about you. It was more, do I risk taking the damage on myself and then also getting hit by Ella and then going down before I can even freaking reach her?
Oh, I'll for sure probably go down this round, but it's cool.
Well, I know someone's gonna go down, but it's just, is it me
Yeah.
who can
It's
cast
better
Remove
if it's me
Curse?
than you, because you can actually heal.
Listen, removing curse is one thing. The gun's not shooting itself, is all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I
If
was
we kill her, that
encouraging
seems
taking
to
her
be...
out.
Oh
Then
my gosh.
Worry about the
Okay.
weapon until Brooke
Okay.
probably picks it up and betrays us. all.
I'm more worried
Okay,
about the train
okay.
blowing up and killing everybody who's on here, period.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Ugh.
That's why I wanted. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah,
If
I
you
think
can
knock her
get-
out.
If you can get Crum up, it also just adds 2 more turns
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
our chances, as opposed to
fair.
having 2 less than we would
Yeah.
have.
Where is he in regards
He's
to me?
60
Kyle?
out.
60
you.
feet in front of you.
60 in front. Okay.
He's laying like Yamcha when he gets.
I don't usually prepare healing word because it's a garbage spell. That's just my personal opinion.
Incorrect, but continue.
I know. I do have aid. That's why, because I have aid.
But 8 is only 30 feet.
I
And also,
know.
you can move it.
Bring
least.
people up.
I
It
know.
doesn't bring people up from 0.
Why doesn't it?
Because it's temporary hit points. Right?
8's
Or no,
not
it's not.
temporary. 8 raises
It's
your
not.
max
It
and
increases,
gives you
yeah.
5 health.
Well, because you're still unconscious. I don't think it heals, right?
Yes, it does. It gives you 5 health and raises your max, it says. I used
so
it
it
to
only
bring
works
3
once.
people back
Yeah.
in an episode,
That's
so
like the
canonically
main
in
use
this
of aid
adventure, it fucking
Oh, okay,
does bring
well,
people back.
Yeah.
I mean, if Kyle allowed it once, I'm not going to argue
Yeah.
that part
Yeah.
of it.
I understand the healing word can be helpful, but I just feel like in the large scheme of things, Cure Wounds is much better. I understand that it's a touch spell, but okay. I don't think I can bring him up this round. So I'm going to move forward 30 feet because I've used all my freaking rabbit hops.
Well, then you can bring him back if he's 60 feet away from you. Now he's only 30 feet away from you.
Yeah, I do have aid.
Are you going to do an opportunity attack by Whip Boy?
I'm
Yes,
gonna get
she
opportunity
will-
attacked, so
She will get that. And so Whip Boy is going to whip his whip.
But I've had my
Bruh.
turn again, which means I get another reaction to Silvery Barbs him on his
Well, it's a 25 to hit.
whip. Silvery
Yeah.
Barbs. And I give advantage to Namby on this as well.
His disadvantage roll was a nat 20.
What the
my God.
fuck, man?
So he's got a 25 to hit.
Yeah.
And
We're at the crest of Kyle's rolls, and we're gonna come
Yes.
back down real
Yep.
soon.
That is going to be 12 piercing that you'll take, and you need
Okay.
to make a dexterity saving throw as you are running, and the whip grabs you by the ankle.
But with advantage on this throw because I gave you it with the Silvery Barbs.
Do I have my D4 for my own thing yet? It's my turn now, right? So
Yeah,
I have
yeah,
it
yes.
again?
You should have
Yeah.
it, yeah.
That's a 13.
Do you have
With
bardic?
advantage?
With advantage.
With the advantage?
That's with advantage on my
We
D4.
should not have made fun of
Wait,
Kyle's
maybe you have bardic,
rolls.
though.
We angered the
bardic?
dice guys.
You're gonna fail
She
on
doesn't.
this.
Wait, you do have a bardic, right? Wait, she does have a
No, I
bardic.
used it. No, you gave me another
I
one.
gave you a second
yeah.
bardic.
You got a new
She
one.
does have a bardic.
I'm gonna use it.
She does have a bardic. Holy shit.
That's a 17.
Okay.
You pass.
Oh my god.
You pass.
And you
This-
gain temporary HP equal to the roll that you made
Oh
on
my
the
God.
thing.
Oh, thank you, Imtiro. Jesus freaking
God,
Christ.
thanks, Valley
Okay.
Jack, for the
whip,
reminder.
that whip wraps around your foot and it has you, and then you hear MTRO, Namby, no, and then you just kick it off. You feel that inspiration, and just kick it off as you
okay.
avoid the whips. The whip. So you're able to move 30 feet forward.
Yeah, that's only my movement of this action. Thank you, Kyle, for this.
Whoa.
So your 30 feet movement, you can jump across the gap essentially, and
Okay.
you are on the other side on this cart that Crum is in the middle of, and
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use aid because that will get Crum up with 5 increased hit points, 5 temp HP.
Not temp.
Not temp.
It's not
Well,
temp.
but is it not both, or how does it
No,
work?
it
when
is
they're coming
technically
up?
temporary, but it doesn't count as temp HP. It's his actual HP goes up by 5 for 8 hours.
Cool. You have 5 HP. Hugh also gets 5 temp HP. How many
Not
people
temp
get it?
HP.
Not temp HP,
Yeah.
but yeah.
but the
No.
aid,
Your hit
Sorry,
point
I thought it was both.
maximum
I'm so sorry.
is
I'm just
not-
so nervous. I'm so nervous.
I know. There's a
Okay.
lot going on.
Okay,
But
okay.
that's why I took aid, because it's not temp HP, so it can still be useful when people have temp HP.
Yeah. So 3 creatures. Who else within my range has taken damage? Is it me? Should I give myself
Rook
5?
is there.
I'm over there, but I
and-
think you need it more than me.
I'm gonna give myself 5 HP.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
Anything else for your turn?
That was my movement and action. That was a spell. Can I do anything with a bonus action?
Any bonus
Nope.
action cantrips?
No. That's it.
Okay. None of you have eyes on Tannenbaum. It's his turn. He takes his turn.
God, who cares about him?
And Crum, it is your turn. You are up with 5 hit points, and you see Ella is in front of you. Ella is 45 feet from you.
I vomit up a little bit of blood.
So we did the turn order like this. That's why we kept those rolls.
with my free action. And wait, how far away is she?
45.
45? And is she on a different car again?
Yep, she's on the coal car, and you're
Okay.
on the luxury car, it seems.
With shaky hands, I take out my gun again and gonna take 2 Eldritch Blasts at her.
Okay.
Are you going to grasp a Vidar her again on the first one?
Maybe the second one. That's a dirty 20
Yep, that
for
hits.
that one. 14 damage. And then the second one, it's a nat 1. 11.
Does not hit.
I'm gonna bonus action second wind though.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, you can gain back some hit points. Hugh, you are up, and you are standing on the thing. You see Mtiro is close to you. The whip guy is close to you. Namby was able to leap in front, and Rook is standing on the end of this train as well.
So is Whip Boy on the edge of the train?
Yeah, he's on the edge.
I want to shove him off.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
What did we roll? Is it athletics or is it a strength? What is
It's
it?
athletic.
Athletics.
26.
This guy's a weirdo, so he
That'll
might be
do,
good.
Hugh.
He gets a 10. Fails.
I hate that Whip Boy.
Okay, you shove him, and you run up to him and shove him, and he falls. He is going to be able to make a save to try and use his whips to just stay on the train. It will not be good for him even if he makes this.
Flapping in the wind.
And he fails hard. He gets a 6 on that roll. And you see as he flies off and his whips try and crack, and just falls into the dirt and off the train, and he is gone.
Swimps get caught in the wheels.
How far away is Ella from me? Pretty far, right?
Pretty far. That is
She's
30
like 100.
plus 75. 105.
Oh, 105. Oh, okay.
Well, actually,
Yeah.
if you move 10 feet to get to that guy, it was 95 now. But
Okay. I'm gonna move my remaining 20 feet then.
Which means you're right next to L10
Hey, buddy.
and Namby. Yep.
and Namby.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, because I still have my other attack. So Namby's like, I'm right next to Namby.
Yep.
I'm gonna have L10 just move the 5 feet in front of Namby, and then I'm gonna switch places with him, so I'm blocking Namby from Ella,
Okay.
standing in front of her, and then I'm gonna take a blunderbuss attack for my second attack against Ella.
Okay.
Okay. Pretty sure that hits. A 21 to hit.
Yes, 21 hits.
And then that'll be 7 piercing damage. But yeah, most importantly, he's going to basically use his body as a shield for Namby.
Okay.
No, Hugh. Don't do it.
She takes that bit of damage, and she goes like stumbles for a second, and she like starts to put her hand up, and you see the gun like flare, and then she like puts her hand down and stands up again. Anything else for your turn?
Nope, that's all.
Okay. The train is moving fast toward the bridge. We're round 5. Valley Jack, you are up. You are
Fuck her up,
within.
please.
You are within 20 feet of Ella.
I'm at the space between the coal car and the luxury car.
You are technically still in the luxury car.
Okay.
But yes, you could step out into that space.
And the train, as we understand it now, is coal car engine. Is that
Yep,
what's
coal car
left?
and then the engine in front.
I'm gonna look around at the thing connecting the coal car to the rest of the train.
Yep, it looks pretty solid. It looks like you would have to attack it in order to do damage or break this connection. It's not as simple as a simple pin that you could pull.
How far are we from the... Are we, like, on the bridge right now? Or, like...
Approaching, right?
Like, I feel like...
Yep, you are approaching the bridge. You, the 6 turns gets you to right in front of the bridge, in which she plans to detonate the dynamite at that point.
There's a lot of you guys. Y'all got guns.
Can't hit shit.
Where is she in the action economy? Is she after Rook?
She's right after Valley Jack.
After Valley
good.
Jack? Oh, fuck. Okay.
There's
This is last turn. This is last turn.
There might not be a lot of us after this turn, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah. In that case, Valley Jack will wait a turn to take the train apart, and he's gonna climb up. He's 20 feet away from her, right? Got duffel on his back, pulls out the rail, and is like, Lady McCoy, really want to ride this down into the canyon?
Give me that case. We'll make a deal. This will be over. Give it to me now.
You got the trigger? Prove to me that you're turning off the bombs.
You give me the vaccines first, I'll do it.
Who you going for? Who you trying to save?
She like questions your intent for a second. She says, "I'm not trying to save. I'm trying to kill somebody." And then she like regains her composure as you like see her eyes flare, and it goes back to normal.
This ain't going well for any of us, Ella. Sorry it has to go this way. And I'm gonna pull out the rail. We're gonna do this the old-fashioned way. I'll take a swing. That's 17.
To hit, that will hit.
I can't remember. Does Valley Jack have the D4 thing? Is that for attacks too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
That's for only attacks, not damage, right?
It's just, yes, and once per turn.
Cool. That's 22 on the first attack.
You just hit her square in the jaw with that one. She looks bad. She's down on one knee.
Ella, let's send this. And then next attack, I'll throw the D4 on that for good measure. 19 to hit.
19 hits.
Doesn't have to be this way, Ella. 18.
With that rail attack, she had 15 points left. And that rail, you strike it down, and you can see for a moment, it looks like she wants to stop. She wants to yield, but her eyes flare with this red energy.
I'm like going for her arm, if I can.
Going for her arm?
The gun.
Okay. And you, that rail slams into the side of her and cracks into that arm, and that rail keeps going, cracks into her chest. You feel her body crumple underneath the weight of that rail in your hand, and she immediately passes, and you see the hand let go of the gun. The gun transforms back into this handgun, this kind of magnum-looking pistol instead of this rifle, and then turns into this gelatinous appearing form and moves away from her. Moves like a blob of slime at this point. Does not look like a gun at all. And it moves through the coal and tries to get away from you. You get an opportunity attack on it.
But I grab it. I feel like you can't grab a blob.
You can't grab a blob.
I don't think you want to grab this blob.
You can't.
It loves to envelop us for seconds.
That's a 20. That's a 20.
20 to hit?
I have a lot of experience with blobs. Can't.
That is 18 damage.
You are able to hit it as it's moving away and do 18 points of damage to it. It looks like you just smack the blob. It looks pretty good. It doesn't look like you were able to, wipe away a ton of it. It's small in size, but as it moves, it seems to grow as some of the slime seems to exit out of Ella's limp body into it. I'm going to roll initiative for it.
Duffel would reduce its movement speed by 10, just to be clear.
Okay. I have rolled initiative for it, and it is in the initiative order now. Levi,
it's got a detonator. Sorry.
You gotta check her body for the detonator or something.
Kyle.
Yeah.
I had 20 more feet of movement that I would take forward on the train.
Okay.
What the hell? There's a little goop running around.
A little goop.
That's the
goop.
Geez,
I'm still far away. I feel like
that's the goop
just
we were telling you about.
It's red.
It's red, so like it sucks.
Rook is kind of far away and probably sees that. Like Valley Jack is still swinging at something, which doesn't quite, maybe not fully registering what's happening up there. I'll move up my 40 as close to Ella as I can get. I can't even remember at this point.
You're next to Crum at this point.
So 40 takes you, or you mean that 40 takes him next to Crum?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's 40 from Ella then, I think. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, 40, technically 45 is what I have.
Is the ooze moved?
The ooze is, it was moving. It didn't really get that much farther away from Ella. because it's not his turn.
Okay. I think figuring out, like watching Jack attack the ooze and seeing this fucking thing move and like apparently evade and stuff would probably give me the insight I need to attack it. So maybe I'll try. Maybe I'll start blasting.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to. Not a lot of my spells are good for messing with oozes. So I will shoot it with a gun.
You didn't stock all your ooze spells?
Yeah.
All the oozies?
Sort of went with the mind game spell list, not so much the destroy red ooze spell list.
Oh, weird choice.
Not really Rook's theme, I guess. But oh wow, a low 14 to hit.
14 misses.
Embarrassing. How about a 20?
20 hits.
8 piercing. Wait, no, I'll re-roll that. So I didn't even. 10 piercing.
10. Okay.
And
anything else for your turn?
Yeah, I think I am gonna Misty Step another 30 feet.
Okay.
And so I should be about 15 feet from Ella's body.
Yep. I'm going to give you the extra movement of that to get on the coal cart versus being in the middle of the two carts.
Right. Okay.
So
yeah.
as you fall, you're able to grab on the coal cart and be on the coal cart.
I teleport forward and do that like land on an edge wobble thing for a bit and then tip forward just close enough. Try to track where this ooze is going.
Tiro, you're up.
Okay, great. Action, I'm just dashing toward them, giving my full movement toward everybody else, and then commanding Duffel, Sick'em Boy, to on the slime.
Okay.
See if I can actually fucking hit anything this entire encounter. Does a 16 hit?
16 hits.
Oh, dude, I have to actually look
You
at
did
what his damage can even do.
Yes, he did.
All right. Hey, that's going to be 11 damage to the dog. 11 force damage to the
Anything
ooze.
else?
Nope. That's it for me.
Okay. It is going to move
With
out
10
of the
feet less
range of
movement.
10 feet less movement. Out of the range of the dog luggage,
Okay.
so you get a reaction.
Oh, hell yeah. I'll take that opportunity attack. Ooh, that's much better. That's a 25 to hit on that one.
That will hit.
Score. And he does 9 force damage to it.
9. Bites down on the ooze. The ooze slides out through the luggage and goes to the edge of the train, and you see a portal open up on the side of the train that looks like a train door. The people that can see this are Tiro, Hugh, and Namby. Nobody else sees this portal. It opens this portal and oozes over the side of the train into the portal. Everyone else just sees it disappear. And initiative is over. The train goes to the edge of the bridge. Valley, you're able to reach in and find this detonator, this comically large red button that she has in her jacket that was the detonator for this, and you pass across the Great River Valley on this beautiful bridge and see this wide expanse below. The train is saved. Great job, guys.
Slippery giggle, okay?
You pass over the train and make it, and you all collect yourselves and arrive shortly into Paradise. As you approach into Paradise, you come into what looks like a large city. You know, you've been on these outskirt towns. Where the train is, it's a much larger, beautiful train station, and you arrive into the station, and you can see a lot of marshals out front. You can see a lot of people awaiting the arrival of Levi Rook. Rook, you are standing with them at this point, and see in front of you kind of this massive posse waiting to collect you and also waiting to collect these vaccines.
So we see that up ahead as we're pulling in. Can I I want to go to Rook. Where's Tannenbaum?
Yeah, where is he this whole time?
He's able to catch up to you guys and was able to catch up to you, climb up on top of the train if that's where you guys had been stationed, and quickly realized that he was not going to try and outshoot Rook with all of you standing there. Realized that this was not the time to try and seek his vengeance.
I'm going to
Smart.
take a vial and hand it to Rook. You got a chance now, Levi. Second chances don't come a lot around here. Make a jump. Disappear. As far as I know, Ellen McCoy tried to break Levi Rook out. He died and fell down the canyon.
Rook kind of turns the vial in his hand, and then I'm gonna reach over and put it back in Valley Jack's shirt pocket and kind of look at the waiting group. I need you to deliver that to my boy. His name's William. People call him Bonnie. Be easy to find, but I think it's best if everyone here gets their win. Tannenbaum can take the credit. I don't much care, but let everyone feel that Levi Rook really did get put away for good. I think that'll keep everyone at ease, at least as much as possible with all this crimson cough going around. One less thing to worry about. But yeah, I don't think it would be the same for me to see the boy. So I think he'd be pretty happy for the people's house to be the one to save him.
Tiro, can you make me a broken vial?
With ease. I write down on my note, Imtiro reaches into his pocket and finds a broken vial he's been carrying this whole time.
Put it in the thing, put the broken one in the thing. Man, that Buckworth, he was too cocky and too clumsy with these things.
Yes. A very clumsy man, very careless.
The train arrives in the station, and you all get off the train, and there is cheering for people as you show the vaccines. They do see the broken vial, but don't ask any questions as the case is quickly taken from you, Valley, by some official-looking people. And Rook, you are taken away by a large group of marshals. You see Tannenbaum talking with a few of them, looking like he's already, has fire in his eyes, is conspiring. But that's what you see as you are taken away, Rook, from the rest.
Can I like close enough to like shout over to the party?
Yeah.
Or like, I while all the officials are all distracted with patting each other on the back, I just look over at the group and I'll give them a wink and just say, "Don't worry about me. People don't make it out of the prison alive, and well, neither did I, so I'll be fine this time." And then I'll get pulled back into the crowd.
Taken away.
Namby wants to go up to Tannenbaum.
What? What do you want?
Well, first of all, don't talk to me that way. You don't get to talk down to me, okay? What are you gonna do to help him? He helped us, and I know he did bad things along the way, but I think he had good intentions. So, are you just gonna sell off those vials to the highest bidder, or what are you gonna do?
Go ahead and give me a an intimidation roll.
Can I give a help action by standing behind her like the Hulk?
I was gonna give her advantage just because, but I love the help action is fine as well.
All right, this is a flat roll, so we'll see how she does. Okay, that's a 12.
12. There ain't nothing that nobody can do for Rook anymore.
How does he look, Kyle? Like health-wise?
Tannenbaum?
Yeah.
He didn't take much damage at all. I think he
got a little fucked up by Rook, didn't he? But he had the most health of everybody, you said?
Yeah, right, yeah. Him and Buckworth were pretty sturdy guys. So you can see his outfit, his uniform is pretty tattered up by Rook, and he's got a wound in him.
Okay. She's gonna reach out her hand and say, "You better do right by these people here. Shake on it."
He scoffs at you, walks away.
Hey, I said, you're not even gonna shake my hand?
He keeps walking.
Hey, she continues pursuing him and won't let him leave.
Can I secretly cast a spell on Tannenbaum?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just reading command lines. But go.
Intelligence save, DC 16. Come on.
Rolled a natural 20.
Oh my god! And he's still
too
refocused.
fucking dense to do anything to it.
I know.
Can she trip him?
Yeah, you could. Sure, you want to make an attack on him? Go for it.
Well, okay. Here, Kyle. Here's what I would like to do.
Okay.
What I was attempting to do with my shaking hands was an inflict wounds. Can my trip possibly be an inflict wounds?
You just a touch spell, so all you have to do is touch
spell.
him. Isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just all you have to do is touch him. You don't have to try and trip him.
Okay.
Just 5-star him.
That's a nat 20.
Yes, there it is.
And I'm casting that at a 3rd level. so that's
Kill this guy.
10d10.
Nice.
Namby.
Here we go.
Your damage.
Here's 5.
The math on this is incredible, actually.
16 plus 6
22.
plus 5.
27.
Okay, another 5. Oh, 15
42.
plus 7
49.
plus 7.
50.
56.
56.
56 points of necrotic damage.
Oh, wouldn't you know he had 53 hit points? The math on that is incredible. The average roll for a 10d10 is, I think, maybe 60 or maybe between 50 and 60.
Well, there you go.
Anyways, you go and trip him, and that inflict wound spell hits him, and he starts to cough. And he coughs up blood. And all of a sudden, everybody around him starts to see him coughing, blood everywhere. The crimson cough, it's affecting us adults. And everyone scatters around and moves away from him as he is coughing up a lung, and he is going down on his hit points, all the way down to 0 hit points as he goes unconscious from coughing up all this blood. And it is you and him standing in this circle, surrounded by people who are keeping their hands off of him.
I was just gonna mess with his mind a little bit.
The same.
So, Namby's just alone in this circle with a dead person now?
That I just killed.
You see someone run up, I can heal him, and they people are keeping him back. No, you don't want this. They are treating this as patient 0, essentially, of the adult version of Crimson Cough.
Wow. Okay. She wasn't expecting that. I think she just backs away, kind of scared of what she's just done.
Hugh goes and meets her. 100% walks forward and like immediately puts an arm around her and is like, yeah.
He wasn't good, right? He wasn't good.
He did a lot of bad things.
I don't know. Tira's a little bit mortified by all of that, I think. I don't necessarily agree that the right move was to murder that man right now, especially after it's the second person who's died on this trip, and Imtiro feels like he failed to help anybody this whole time, so he's a little bit
He has made a
off.
death save success so far.
Oh, he's okay.
He's still salvageable.
Oh.
Yeah.
She will go up to him
genocide,
and first level cure
He did
wounds.
genocide those people. That's fair.
Him.
I guess.
He genocided like a lot of people.
He did
Yeah.
do a lot of really bad stuff,
Did
but Namby doesn't
he
want to
do
be
it,
a
or did he
straight
just
up
talk about it?
Yeah, I don't know.
murderer.
It was cool that they did genocide.
I know.
I don't think Namby's cool with being a straight up murderer, so she does go up and
He
cure wounds.
participated.
Namby, you
Him.
walk up, and everybody, it's dead silent in the crowd as you walk up to him and kneel down to him. And people are like, what is she doing? Stay away. And you reach down and touch him, and he comes back to life. And he isn't coughing anymore. And the crowd starts to murmur, she did it, she cured him. She cured the crimson cough. And they start to walk up to you. You cured the crimson cough. You can do.
Namby, you're their new
cured-
Christ
You need
figure.
to see.
Oh,
you need
no.
to see my family. My family needs my son, my niece, my nephew.
Everyone,
the
make
crowd is
room,
starting to
make room,
swarm
please.
you. Roll a persuasion on that make room order.
Yeah, that's okay. Good. 23 on persuasion.
23. You're able to boom loud enough that you get some space in between this crowd that is now trying to swarm you.
I feel, my friends, I think it may be in our best interest to follow the ooze and leave this place to its own devices. I don't know if we've done enough to help them or if we've even done good, but I think our time here must come to an end.
I just look at Tenenbaum and I say, I could have let you die here. And I brought you back because I believe that there's goodness in this world. And you better use your power and your station to help people. And that means getting more antitoxins, and that means helping everybody, not just people with money. And if you don't, well, guess what? We're gonna come back because we just showed up here out of nowhere. And you don't know what kind of things we can do. We're gonna leave, but you bet your bottom dollar you don't do what I say. We'll be right back here. And we'll be right in this back same situation.
Intimidation with double advantage.
So roll 3 d20?
Yes.
Okay.
Bolstering bond. Do you still get a D4 to add?
It's
Like a
10
party
minutes.
check.
Is it within 10 minutes, Kyle? Okay.
You don't need it.
That happened.
That still was not fabulous. That was a 14.
He has just been brought back to life, so it was not a hard DC for him.
You killed him right before this.
Yeah.
Yeah, last time he was rude to you, you did as much damage as Ella McCoy's gun did.
Yeah. He nods at you. Thank you. And he gets up and moves and walks away, and people still keep their distance from him a little bit, but he seems to be walking in a pointed direction away from this area.
You're welcome. And then I look at Hugh and Imtira with a lot of anxious. I'm so anxious. This fear in my eyes is like, you can see it. I don't even know what's happening.
Your assertive side is more powerful than I think any of us even expected, Namby.
I just take your hand.
Yeah. Do we see that portal still? Is it here?
It's
or
there.
Like what's...
Yeah, it's in the side
Okay.
of one of the train cars. It looks like a door in the train.
Valley walks over to the strangers. I get the feeling that you guys are thinking about leaving. And wanted to thank y'all. You've been a big help, and I'm proud of you. I've seen y'all grow quite a bit and do some amazing things here.
Yeah, if you mind doing me a favor and keep telling our story so that we live on, because it might not be real. If we keep telling our story, maybe we will be real in your hearts.
I promise to keep your flames burning, my friends.
I think I offer a handshake or a hug to each of them, and I pull Tiro close and say, always remember, there's not one person we let die on that train. There's 7.
I only wish we could have saved everyone and done more. Thank you for everything you've done for us.
And I shake your hand and I leave the coin and the poker chip in your hand when I shake it.
Bailey, I think we gotta go find this boy and get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Tip our hats, everybody. Tip a hat.
Tip the hat.
Do one
and
of those.
head your separate ways.
Yeah.
Valley Jack and Crum, you see Bones was able to tell you where Bonnie lived, his son. And you make your way to a rundown side of town that's fairly close. The houses aren't well cared for. You pass a few children sitting on the street, coughing into handkerchiefs stained with blood. You find the address that Rook gave you, and you knock on the door. And a dark-haired, beautiful woman answers and stares up at you. Hello, how can I... You're him. You're Valley Jack, aren't you? My son's not gonna believe this. Bonnie, come quick! And a young boy about 9 or 10 walks into view. He's got a little cowboy hat on, and he's got a bloodied handkerchief in his hand, which he drops to the floor and just is gaping at you, mouth wide open, just standing there stunned. It's Valley Jack, Bonnie! And he's just staring up at you.
Hey, Bonnie. And I pull out the vial and say, I knew a brave man who wanted you to have this. A man who stuck by his guns, lived his way, made mistakes, but also did some good things.
See a hero like you?
I think so. I think people will be telling his story. Who knows? Someday people will be telling more stories about guys like him than they're telling stories about guys like me.
He loves heroes. Show him your comics, Bonnie. He takes out this small stack of comics featuring cowboy characters on the front, there are just drawings. And he's like, I got the Blue Stallion, I got Donnie 20, the Kobold Kid, and his mom's like, he's trying to come up with a cowboy name for himself too. He doesn't think Bonnie's a good cowboy name, but I love it. And he's like, I like this one. He holds up a comic with an older white pompous looking dude with a big white mustache and big white hat. I can say his last name, LaFleur, but I don't know how to say his first name. And he holds up the comic for you to read it, and I'm going to send you a message.
Marquis LaFleur.
Marquis. I like that. I was saying Marquis. Marquis. He starts pointing his gun. Marquis, the Marquis, the Marquis. And he starts running around and, thank you. And Mom looks at you and says, that's special. I think he's found his name then. Well, I can't thank you enough for this. And she takes the vial and looks up at you and just gives you a big hug, huge hug. And as she's giving you a hug, you and Crum start to feel like you're remembering things from the past as they had been. You know, instead of Ella McCoy wanting to play the poker game with you, almost instinctively, like she really wanted to play that poker game, she instead didn't play the poker game at all with you that night before, and the rest of the story went as told, and Ella McCoy had perished at the end of the original story. It all seems to be coming back to you a little bit, almost like history is resetting itself a bit. And we go back to the other members, Hugh, Mtiro, and Namby. You are standing in front of the portal in the side of this train door.
Kind of really sucked last time I went through.
Well, it really sucked to be here a lot of the time too, so...
That's true. I don't want to stay
we'll face
here.
it together, Huguenard.
What if we hold hands like we did in the desert? Maybe it'll help.
Yeah, maybe it won't be able to separate us?
Maybe. I don't know, but I really want to get out of here.
Okay.
I think you might become too important to these people, Namby, if we do not.
I drop my pistol on the ground before I go through the portal, though. I don't want to be a cowboy anymore. And
Yeah.
The crowd does seem to be moving toward you all. There she is, the Harengon. She carries the crimson cough.
Let's go.
Yeah. I take their hands and step through.
You all step into the portal and are surrounded by whirling images and pages, whipping past you like you're moving through a tunnel. You walked in with your hands held, and very quickly were unable to keep the hands held the entire time and separated. You're seeing clips of different stories. Some you recognize, others you don't. You see bits of your own memories too. Hugh, you see Mrs. Gladstone, your teacher in Daggerford, tutoring you at your house, teaching you how to read after school because you were so enthusiastic about wanting to read. You see yourself sitting near the river, sketching a depiction of your father walking across the bridge, your troll mother scaring him. Your sister River is next to you and she laughs at the drawing and you smile up at her. Namby, you see yourself at the university, looking at a group of popular kids in the class, wishing that you would fit in, but not really sure how to. You see another memory of you at the book club. Mtiro is pitching his book for the book club, and you're trying to focus, but all you can think about is how you didn't prepare enough to say about your book, and everyone is going to hate you for not being prepared. Another memory flashes by, and you're sitting at your clerical jobs desk, writing letters to your sister Libby, telling her how much you wish you had a real job as a cleric, but don't have the courage to leave. Mtiro, the tunnel feels a little bit more intense for you, and then suddenly you find yourself back on the streets of your mind, walking amongst a faceless crowd. You're in the marketplace in Calimport with stalls, tents, and stores lining the streets containing important memories. The stall next to you in the market shows you away at school, studying hard when a letter comes for you. It's from your stepfather, and it asks that you return home at once, for your mother is ill again, and this time it seems much worse. You immediately get up from your desk and run outside the room. As the paper falls, you standing outside of this memory can see the last line of the paper reads, "Hurry quick. She says she has something important she needs to tell you." You move down the street to the next stall and you see yourself arriving at home. Your stepfather greets you at the door, tears in his eyes. A sheet is pulled over your mother's body in her bedroom, and your fire burns the hottest it ever has. Your stepfather's library is torched. You quickly move on to the next set of memories, not wanting to linger. You see yourself writing story after story, each including an element of a genie father returning to his son. You're hoping that maybe one day he sees the story and sets out to find you. You don't even have a name for him. Your mother wouldn't talk about him, but if he just sees one of your stories... The market seems to react to your emotions. The hustle and bustle of the crowd picks you up and carries you back to happier memories. You pass a tent, you're younger. Your mother is expertly charming a buyer in the market into buying the most expensive rug. Another tent, you're younger. Your mother is hand-stitching a pair of leather gloves so you don't have to contain your excitement when you read. Another tent, you're even younger. This is your first memory that you can remember. You're barely walking in the first home you lived in with your mother. She found a stone elephant for you at the market. You grab it and it heats up in your hand, but doesn't burn up like the other wooden toys you tried to play with. She smiles at you, reaches down, picks you up, and holds you in her human arms. It's here that the market ends. You look in the distance at a barren trail and see what looks to be a few wagons, some wandering traders, possibly housing memories in this early part of your mind.
I suppose I'm gonna walk. Sorry, I got really sucked into my own emotional space there. I'm gonna walk forward toward other vendors, I guess, to look what else is here.
You walk for a while until you come up to one of these wagons. Inside is a brief, primitive memory. Your eyes open. You see a house that you don't recognize. A young fire Genasi woman smiling down at you. Beside her, an autumn Eladrin man with brilliant burnt orange auburn hair. He leans down and puts his arm around the woman. You go to another trader wagon. In this memory, it's raining, and the fire Genasi woman is carrying you, running, looking over her shoulder as if she's being chased. The memory ends. You close your eyes and open them. You're now in the center of the market, the town square of Kalimport. In the middle is a large stage with the curtain pulled shut. This is the center of your mind. On the stage is a version of yourself. He sees you.
Hello, Mtiro. Have you come to see this memory? Oh, let me tell you about this memory. It is a wonderful memory. It is when your mother first told you that your father is a genie, and that he goes on many adventures, and that one day he may return to take you on more adventures. Isn't that a wonderful memory?
Sounds wonderful, yes. I would like to see it.
Oh, no, you do not have to see it. I've just told you about this memory. It is a wonderful memory. I have done a wonderful job. You do not need to see it.
I think I do need to see it, though. I could use some inspiration right now.
He steps aside, and you walk up to the memory and pull a big rope that opens up the curtain, and within it you see you with your human mother in the market. You're about 5 or 6 years old. A storyteller has just told a story about a genie who granted a young man 3 wishes and went on many adventures together. The story ends triumphantly, and the small crowd cheers and applauds. You jump up and start running around in excitement, your fire flaring and catching some of the tent on fire. Your mother and the others are able to put it out quickly, and you sit down embarrassed.
Mom, how come when I light on fire when I get excited, and you don't? My friends at school all look like their mom and dad. How come I have fire and you do not?
Your mother smiles down at you and blinks away a tear.
Oh, I knew this day would come, my little one. Let me tell you a story about a young girl who always wanted a little boy. She grew up seeing children all over, and she hoped that one day she would be blessed by Shialia and have a young boy to love. Then one night, she saw a comet up in the sky, and she wished with all of her might to have a son as brilliant and as passionate as that comet. That very night, there you were.
And you leap up from your seat, cutting her off.
You wished for me, and there I was? It's just like the story. My father's a genie.
Your younger self turns to the others in the market.
Did you hear that? My mother wished for me. My father is a genie. My father is a genie.
And you see your mother try to raise her hand, about to call out to you to stop you so she can finish her story. And then seeing how excited you are, she slowly lowers her arm, unable to bring herself to stop you. You see as young Mtiro sprints around the market telling everyone he can see, my father's a genie and he goes on many amazing adventures, and then he leaps out of the memory and off the stage telling others in the town square, my father's a genie, my father's a genie. He runs up to you and pulls on your jacket.
Hey, Mister, did you hear that? My mom just told me my father's a genie. At least, I think that's what she said. That's what she said, right?
Tiro's brightness and his fire on his hair goes down a little bit. He looks at him and he says,
No, I think you may have misheard my little friend.
Oh. Young Tiro walks back into the memory dejected. His fire's down to an ember. You watch him walk up to his mother, asking her if that's what she meant. Suddenly, you are hit by a tidal wave of new memories. Your mother tells you that families are made in all types of ways, and how she doesn't know who your parents are, but they must have loved you enough to know that they needed someone's help to take care of you. You grow up with this knowledge that you are adopted. And it doesn't change the love that you have for your mother or your love for stories, but deep down you now have this subtle, unshaking feeling of abandonment. And because of that, your stories are better. You see yourself telling stories to the other kids just like before, but this time the stories are more grounded and you don't get out of control so easily. You start to get audiences in the market that include older kids and adults. You tell story after story. When you're older, you go on trips with your stepfather to promote your stories. You go to a university where you tell a story to a crowd, and a young female Harengon student comes up and actually buys the book. After your mother dies, you focus on your stories, and you actually get them published. You continue to travel the world telling your stories, and you never settle down. You never find a small place to live in a small town called Daggerford. You never notice the Talltale Tavern on a cold winter's day and wander in, and you never see the flyer for the Talltale Tavern Book Club. Scott, I'm going to have to ask you to leave the table. Namby, you have a new memory as well. As a young learner in your university, a fire Genasi boy comes and tells a story in the Commons. It's a story about a boy who feels different from his own family, but eventually he finds the differences to be strengths and giving him courage. You like the story so much that you actually buy a copy from him. A few years later, a research opportunity comes up through the university to go out with a group of students to a faraway land. It's an opportunity only given to promising students, which your professor believes you to be. Before, you had said no, not feeling like you were worthy of such an honor, but now you remember the story the boy told, and that gives you strength. You say yes, and you go on the trip, putting you on a new path. One that doesn't include settling for a clerical job in Daggerford, or going to the Talltale Tavern after a hard day at work, or signing up to join the Talltale Tavern Book Club. Brooke, I'm going to have to ask you to leave the table as well. Hugh, you continue through the portal, seeing various memories from your past, and then a fluorescent light at the end of the tunnel. You land on your feet in a puddle. It's cold, it's nighttime, and rain is dripping from the sky. You look at a street before you and up at impossibly tall buildings. Large fluorescent signs flash throughout the cityscape. It hurts your eyes.
Where did the others go?
You look around and see that you're alone.
Oh no. No. Are there any doors nearby?
A figure of light walks toward you and catches your eye. A hologram, as maybe you've heard it described in stories. It's a woman dressed in nearly nothing. Hey, tall guy. Looking for some company? As she gets closer, her figure changes to be taller and green with a large bust barely covered by a top. Maybe this is more your style?
No. I'm looking. Have you seen? I had two friends that I was with. A fire Genasi and a Harengon. I was traveling with them.
No, but I'll be over here if you want to spend some credits. We can spend some time together. And she walks away over here at the Hotel Tango. And she just keeps walking. You feel a hand on your shoulder. And you hear a voice. You look like someone who's a long way from their family.
and you turn around to see Ben Biofuel, a tall, muscular, bald man with metal cybernetic enhancements wearing a white tank top. It isn't safe here. Come with me. And he holds out a hand.
I take it.
And that is where we're going to end this chapter of Expedition Untold.
Oh my god.
We will
Kyle.
pick up next time
Wow.
with Hugh's story in the next part of this adventure. Thank you to all the players this week: Scott, Brooke, Becca, Bones, Swain, and Charlie. Their socials can be found in the description. If you want to see the video of the episode, it'll be up on our YouTube. Follow us at Talltale Tavern Podcast on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. If you like us, give us one of those good 5-star reviews. Join our Discord too. Thank you to Tyler Adelsperger for our intro music. Thank you to Zaezar for our artwork. And with that, we will see you next time at the Talltale Tavern.